Yeah, I wish you forgive me for living like this. Wish you forgive me for living like this. Yeah, I wish. Reach for the stars, if I miss me catch you cloud. Mommy said the money no matter, you make me proud. You may have the Glock chip, my badness loud. Take a suck on the matter, you know my chopstick loud. Stay true to myself, now watch this crowd. Now freak out myself, we gon' lock this globe. Me like me and I'm my 20s. Crack this code, pussy them a go on like me, now attack this road. Fuck them girl, snatch them sound. Chop them whips, rock them gold. They think them tough, but watch them. Yeah, I wish you forgive me for living like this. Wish you forgive me for living like this. Yeah, I wish. Reach for the stars, if I miss me catch you cloud. Mommy said the money no matter, you make me proud. You may have the Glock chip, my badness loud. Take a suck on the matter, you know my chopstick loud. Stay true to myself, now watch this crowd. Now freak out myself, we gon' lock this globe. Me like me and I'm my 20s. Crack this code, pussy them a go on like me, now attack this road. Fuck them girl, snatch them sound. Chop them whips, rock them gold. They think them tough, but watch them fall. So I must chop down brave, we gon' shot them ball. Couple killer by my side, glad them roll, my ticket never, and you know the goddamn call. You know I'm gonna go far, we have been told, but me I go there till me see my grandkids soul. So me I am for the jokes, split or shit, bury me own self and reincarnate. So my worries for me enemies, real and take you me there up and me get dog, no feel me ashamed. So my phone just my phone, no peace can't make. Me know I love her that real and fake. So my fuck her and cut, full speed now break. Me feel like my feelings chop and sleep can't wait. Yes I wish. Mommy, can you forgive me for living like this? Tell me you don't forgive me for living like this. Yes, I wish. Yes, I wish. Yes, I wish. Oh, yeah, make it up, me, yeah, man, tell me what you need. No man and no God, you know I hate the way you bleed. But a friend killer, but you bury you for greed. The amount of help and we help, the amount of belly what we feed. I still no praise myself for praise time. Check the lead, my life I move too fast. It's like me need to check the speed. Just can't believe in all the Bible when me read. Some out I living while I'm drinking hard to get my weed. And if me ever let you down, I just feel all way up. Me have the fire, now my soul, them could call me up. Me rolling up, well wise, I'm a grown me up. Victorious, until the day I'm all the dust. Have them gal in my bed and she a blow me enough. Have my matic full of leather with no for bluff. So my body na me hard and out the road, but tough. My gun load, God alone, my trust. Yes, I wish. Mommy, can you forgive me for living like this? Tell me you don't forgive me for living like this. Yes, I wish. Yes, I wish. Yes, I wish. Yes, I wish. Mommy, can you forgive me for living like this? Tell me you don't forgive me for living like this. Yes, I wish. Yes, I wish. Yes, I wish. I should tell you, isn't it? Style just different. Image. Pussy wet up as she see me, know them either? Can't control herself, you hear me? Image. Style up for fucking every girl in the village. Kind of feel up, you know all about the business. Girl, I'm a ball for star ball and no skimming. When I fuck them girl, I'm from the camp and the goodness. And she would tell us it's all about me image. Style up for fucking every girl in the village. Girl, I'm a ball for star ball and no skimming. We have fuck them girl, I'm from the camp. Cause before me start the paper, dance for no one, dance for later. Amount of girl in the data, dance for data, calculator. But more than 1,000 girl, nothing says I'm the creator. I'm the type of man full of the pussy from the name. And if you don't be a man, girl, I'm the girl. Bad behavior outside. Can I give me the blood? Like I'm the savior and not dead. She just want me to let. I thought she feared I'm on a step. Look at mine, I get cut. And watch she race I one side. From on a bun bush me. And not them braids, I get a job. And I sing for the man. I write them phrase him on a place. From me up my first class. And I'm a blazer. Girl thing we do with me a long before me touch a face. I just see me. Sign up for fucking every girl. me heavy and even Bogota. Pussy what up already when time we done a war. Get up, more pick up me, get up, bar. She get tired for the job. Pop a dog, get up, swallow the dancing from the dollar shop. She know she fucking a killer, but make the mama clap. Not the football side, not the foot up a job. That's the style. I think for my belly, I'm a wicked and wild. Image and style, make you give me a smile. Wait there, sense my defeated and file. Girl, give me the pussy from me, the one child. Ready, she ready to walk a million mile. She ain't skull, fuck the girl when them did a spoil. She be telling me the image. Style up for fucking every girl in the village. Kind of feel up, you know man about the business. Tell them about the star ball and no skimmage. When I put them girl up from the camp by a Guinness. And she would tell us it's all about me image. Style up for fucking every girl in the village. Tell them about the star ball and no skimmage. We have put them girl up from the camp. She was up as me touching the legs wide open. Trick it up, fuck it up for your iPhone 10. She said me wicked and that she hope my life so end. Still she want to climb up on the high mountain. Revolutionist last night to them in jail for 12. And send for the coach, she send for 5 more friends. Them they knock out on the girl while them a iPhone 10. One side from an half paper for spend more just the image. Style up for fucking every girl in the village. Kind of feel up, you know my heart about the business. Tell them about the star ball and no skimmage. When I put them girl up from the camp by your goodness. And she would tell us it's all about me image. Style up for fucking every girl in the village. Tell them about the star ball and no skimmage. We have put them girl up from the camp by your goodness. And she would tell us it's all about me fucking every girl. Tell them about the star. As if you're never the one. Hold on. From goodness. So I love it.
It's one side genocide, papi.
Hey, mommy, them call me the goat. Real killer, I put 3 in a chout. Man of the yard, I'm in a sleep in a couch. We run it down, what I'm speaking about. Hey, mommy, them call me the goat. Hey, mommy, I put the car in a spout. Bad bitch, all guns all bound. She want it enough. Oh, you're eating with the same flow. But from me, you're ballin', wicked with the can, bro. Fishing with the blicking, no lipping, not a festia. Low, wonder what them sipping, them tricky, won't make the key. Blow, bad from every stage show, girl from everywhere, bro. Fuck vanity, you're dead, fit on she and do. Her head will bust, no aim low, and let it bust, no play door. Truck will set him up and wet him up, all rain, no. But them put in your grain, so insane, bro. Me be sitting on your ears, I want your brain blow. Pussy them in high place, nobody knows safe. Shoot my gun in our face, bro. Hey, mommy, them call me the goat. Real killer, I put 3 in a chout. Man of the yard, I'm in a sleep in a couch. We run it down, what I'm speaking about. Hey, mommy, them call me the goat. Hey, mommy, I put the car in a spout. Bad bitch, all guns all bound. She want it. No more, no one like Masicka. The one die liquor. The friend of my boss at the ganja chicken. Gonna live up every man, nothing go under with you. Anyway, you get it from my target. That's only empty the clip and not one now miss you. Somebody can't miss you, cause why you not listen? Start, them up show them mass, the man class, the from me not the class. Some man come my issue. Punk you with the pan out the road, boy, run like tea. Them know I'm strong and I sitting. Them pussy they at least at the boom in the street. Hey, mommy, them call me the goat. Real killer, I put 3 in a chout. Man of the yard, I'm in a sleep in a couch. We run it down, what I'm speaking about. Hey, mommy, them call me the goat. Hey, mommy, I put the car in a spout. Bad bitch, all guns all bound. She want it in her mouth. Well, I wait and I'm ready, yeah. Fuck up her face, the pan baby, yeah. Bust up her kids, I can baby. Boss, puff up the grapes, it done Mary. Brown and pretty like that the alley baby. Should be top under your chin, a shot a running on your jelly, yeah. Well, I wait and I'm ready, yeah. Fuck up her face, the pan baby.
Yo, Wagwan people, Wagwan people, Wagwan people. Oh my God, what a day. What a day it has been, guys. It's Monday. It is Monday. It's the start of a new week. Oh my days. How are we doing today, guys? How are we doing tonight? How are we doing tonight? Big up to everyone checking in into the building. Guys, big up on yourself. It's a Monday, right? It's Monday, the 18th of May. Guys, I appreciate all of you guys. Thank you for checking in. It's a revolutionized era. Anywhere in the world that you are, just big up on yourself. Happy slip and slide Monday. Guys, how are we feeling tonight? It's a pleasure. It's a pleasure to have you guys here. Big up to everybody checking in. See Real Kid checking in from early. Big up yourself, Real Kid. It's a pleasure to have you here. Big up yourself. Thank you for checking in tonight. Special shout out to my members who is a part of my membership program, guys. I literally have 90 of you guys so far. 90 of you guys so far. Guys, don't forget it's never late for a shower for rain, they say, which means it's not too late for you guys to join in on the membership program. So don't forget to subscribe to my new channel as well, Mellz Vlogs, guys. I went ahead and I dropped the link in the chat, guys. Let's help to grow the channel. Thank you for your support. Don't forget, I'm also active over on TikTok as well. If you guys are active on TikTok, you guys can follow me over there as well. I believe I see a couple of you guys over there. I'm not 100% sure, but I think I recognize a couple of you guys over there. So big up on yourself, guys. Don't be afraid to say hello. Don't forget to interact with the videos. Get the videos out there in the algorithm. My videos over there, they're doing good so far. In all honesty, guys, big up to each and every one of you. And don't forget that we need to buy and we need to stream Masicka music on all major platforms. All right, guys. So we're still bossy and we are slip and sliding all the way till summer. So which mean we're gonna be talking about things, bossy things, slip and slide as we check into the Masicka universe tonight. And of course we're just gonna be checking in also what's happening in the space as well. Checking with the numbers first and foremost. You know that we're keeping an eye on Bossy and we're keeping an eye on Slip and Slide, those two songs, as we make our way towards summer. So Bossy is, we have it at 4.8 million views on YouTube, right? Within the month. So, again, we're almost close to the 5 million mark. So we want to be able to get there. Today's what, Monday? I would say by Wednesday. By Wednesday, we should be able to get there, guys. Come on, let's do the right thing. All the ones, make sure that we're checking in and we're viewing, we're streaming, and we're buying Masicka music on all major platform. Same next guest would be the same treatment, Slip and Slide. Slip and Slide, of course, that is making great waves out there, and it's climbing hard. We already have it, guys, closing it in on Bossy. How did that happen? How did that happen, guys? But in reality, just speaking from a rational standpoint, right? The logics behind the whole situation, Masicka dropped Bossy, and then he dropped Slip and Slide after. So we know that with Slip and Slide, it's going to take up a lot of those tension, or take up the tension from off Bossy in somewhat shape or form. It's just reality of it. So we have Slip and Slide closing in at 4.2 million views on YouTube within 3 weeks. So again, checking in, the last time I checked, it was at 4.4k views per hour. So again, these two songs are focused, and again, we still cannot forget about Life of Sin. Masicka has 3 songs, 3 singles for the year so far, and we just want to make sure that we're doing the right thing. We're streaming. We are, on different platforms, not just YouTube. Spotify is one of those major platforms as well. You want to pay attention to. Apple Music is there as well, guys. Don't forget. And just keeping the music going all the way around to support our artists to the best of our ability. Can't say we rate the artists and we're not support. We're not out here for face value. We're not out here acting like we are the artists, or the artist is below us. But the artist is above, we are below the artist, in a sense where we're here out here supporting Masicka. That's what we're out here to do, a voice in the wilderness. Sometimes it feels like a wilderness out here where we're talking and things are just coming back to us. But, I hope that when we talk, it doesn't come back to us void. But of course, the ones, everybody just joining in and make sure that we're supporting the artist to the fullest. Again, remember, the album is around the corner. Again, Masicka himself, not hearsay, not word of mouth, but Masicka himself literally remind us that album is around the corner. And we're definitely here for it. And we know that when it comes to Masicka always portray great bodies of work. Projects like 438, how can we forget that? And projects like Generation of Kings. Dropping an EP in December. and the ladies was definitely here for it. And now again, we're looking forward to a new project, a new album, and I don't know about you again, but I'm super, super, super excited to break down this album, pick apart my favorites from the album, and just revel into, the skill and the talent behind what Masicka brings to the forefront. It's not about a popularity contest. Sometimes we get it confused, where people think we're out here to be popular, we're out here to be shock value, or we're out here to do the most so people can see us. But when we're out here doing what we do, we're out here doing what we do. That way people can see the volume of the music, they can see the hard work, they can see the consistency, they can see the depth of the music, they can see the impact of the music. And that's what I believe Masicka music represents out here, as a brand doing the right thing, right, touching the hearts of people out here. Whether people say one side or they don't say one side, at the end of the day, I am big on converts, I am big on undeciders. And for in order for the fan base to grow, we have to be able to be a little bit more digestible with our thoughts, with our words. We have to be a bit more supple, and we have to be a bit more charming when it comes to our approach, and not being so questionable, but to be able to with open arms, to be able to acknowledge people and accept people for who they are. It doesn't matter what their backgrounds were or who they may have represented in the past. So again, big up to the ones them checking in. I want to see you guys active in the chat tonight, having a whole conversation with Mellz, the one and only one-side revolutionist, as I represent the change that I want to see in dancehall, in the music, and also on the one side platform. Tuffet in the building, big up yourself. Tuffet, thanks for joining in on the live for tonight. Fully streaming, most definitely. Tuffet, most definitely. Right here, that's some artists in a album mode, but we're not for doing nothing shaky, we're not for doing nothing shot value, to be able to make our artists feel valued. And we're not for come out here, come act silly and act stupid, defending fuckery. What we do is we represent, right, the truth, and represent the precision that we want to see in the music, right, while we're doing the right things always. I want to care what them want to say about Masicka, right, as far as that he's very humble and is very drawn to, and people respect him. And we are not ashamed of that. We're not ashamed of that, because at the end of the day, right, it's good when you are seen highly amongst your peers. It's good when you're seen respectable amongst your peers as well, as far as Masicka in the music business, and other artists want to work with him, and of course make projects with him. I tell you, I've been leading for many years, and believe me when I tell you, one of the first thing that bigger managing team will ask you, or bigger people in the picture will ask you, how do you get along with your peers, right? Team building, things like that. So big up to Masicka in what he's doing. And again, I could not ask to be on a better side, but the right side, especially see how things are falling apart on on some fan base right now, and it's just divided. We don't know what's happening. We can only judge. We can only give our two senses. But some are accepting, some are moving away, some are angered. But we can say that we represent a side who is just always flourishing, and a side that stands for morals, values, and principle. And I'm so grateful to be a part of such movement. And as to Kez and Masicka, so grateful, right? So grateful. I'm telling you. Dented in the building. How are you, Dented? How are you feeling tonight? Mellz, bless up your damn self in a moment. Big up yourself, Dented. It's always a pleasure when you pass through. Big up yourself, and thank you for joining in on the live for tonight. Absolutely. And we also have Miss Jacob in the building as well. Big up Queen Mellz. Big up yourself, Miss Jacobs. It's always a pleasure when you pass through. Big up yourself, girl. Thank you for your continuous support, and thank you for being here tonight. Hope you're having a beautiful Monday night. Hope today was easy. I know sometime at the start of the week, it tends to be a roller coaster where so many things are happening all at once. If you're working class girl like me, meetings, all of these things back to back, you just have to make sure that you are structured and you get things done. done, and sometimes you may not get everything done, but you want to make sure that you get enough work done as possible. So big up everybody for checking in, guys. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the channel if you have not done so yet. Click the like button. I know it's easy for us to forget to, so make sure that we're doing the right thing. Like up the live, guys, so we can push our live out in the algorithm. Remember, so we're over here representing Masicka. That's all that we do over here, representing. When I have nothing to hide over here, right? Nothing to hide over here. The information is here, real to the thing, nothing I can edit. So as we get into and we dive into what's happening, right? As we dive into it, I want to take some time. Let's check with the charts a little bit. It literally came to my mind just maybe around a little bit before I went live, and I was like, it's been a while since I've literally listened to let's see. I was like, it's been a while since I've looked at the charts, so I want to definitely look at the charts really quickly. All right, let me see what's happening here, because I want to check to see how the music is streaming, how the music is going. Absolutely. All right, so here we have Slip and Slide. We're making our way. We are pushing. We are approaching to that 800 mark. We're at 716K views per hour. That's where we are so far, and not per hour, but overall. And we also have Bosi pushing its way almost to the 900K mark for Bosi. So we're well on our way to, and this is on Spotify, by the way, we're well on our way to, of course, 900 900,000 views per hour. I hope I'm saying the numbers right. Like, what the fuck is wrong with me? Hope I'm saying the numbers right. Like, for some reason, I'm gonna say the numbers, guys. I'm gonna feel like I'm gonna mess up. So, Bossy, right? Let's push it on Spotify, right, to the million view mark. I believe that time is against us, because I think that we have been watching Bossy for a while and we need to get it out there. So tell a friend to tell a friend, right? If Spotify is your thing, make sure that we're going over to Spotify and we're doing the right thing as far as Masicka music is concerned over there. Again, just keeping an eye what's happening with Bossy and Slip and Slide over there as well. So big up to everybody, big up to everyone. And speaking of everyone, we have not checked the YouTube charts in a while to see what's happening over there, to see where we are trending, where our music is trending, where are people listening from. And we talk about impact, and we're talking about consistency, and when we're talking about how people are gravitating to the music, we definitely want to, of course, look at where people are streaming our music, especially when certain conversation comes up about, only in the diaspora people are listening to the music. When certain conversation comes up talking about, all right, then your artist is not international. And people, they say whatever they want to say. People always be talking out their necks, and it's good that I have a voice that I can literally come out and push back on these allegations, if that's what we want to call them. So we haven't looked on the charts in a while, so I wanted to start off things by looking on the chart really quickly. I think it's been a few weeks, so I want to take the opportunity just to look on the chart to see how we're doing. So looking on the charts, and this is from May 11th to May 17th in the last 7-day period, as far as Masicka is concerned. Where are people listening from? So we have Kingston, we have Georgetown, we have New York, we have London, we have Nairobi. That's our top 5. And if we should kick it up and just keep it in the, say, top 10, we have Toronto, number 6. We have Accra. We have Port of Spain. We have San Juan. And we also have St. John as well. So that's where our top 10 listeners are coming out of. I like to look on the songs to see how they're trending, because for me, I'm always a little bit skeptic when I go to the charts and I look at artists and see how they are trending. I don't want to see no old song over there trending and be at the top of your charts. Let me see, the body of work. Let me see what you're doing, and let's see if you're trending in the right direction. So when I look at this chart, I can say that I'm very much satisfied. I'm very much happy based on what I'm seeing here, because again, it only feels right that Slip and Slide would have been on the top of the charts, and Slip and Slide is there. We also have Bossy second in line. We also have Whites, and we know how people feel about Whites already. We know how people feel about Whites. Whites is just one of those songs, guys. You cannot scratch it out. I mean, the name itself literally represents what Whites is and what Whites been doing in the market. And Rich Sex number 4, I'm not mad with that. We also have Mute number 5, and we also have number 6. We have Autocrat, and we have Update number 7. We have Light Gold number 8, and we have 20 Matic at number 9. And maybe just kick it off to number 10 and make it stay right there. So we have History, and then we have Life of Sin at number 11. All right, guys, we need Life of Sin to move up the chart, move up the ranks, guys. Move up the ranks. But look how this chart is looking so far, and this is just an overall look based on what the chart is looking showing us on a global aspect. I like to do what is called like to narrow it down a little bit, where I can take a look at New York, and this good one we're seeing what's happening in the diaspora, right? If you're a promoter and you want to book Masicka for a show, and I'm just pretending I'm a promoter right now. Obviously, I'm not a promoter, right? You want to look to see, all right, then where is this artist trending? If I should book this artist for a show, put him on a show, right? Have him highlight a show where in the diaspora or where overseas I can book him. I love to look at the charts here because this is something that literally shows you as far as the what's that word I'm looking for? I'm looking for a specific word. What's the word I'm looking for? Geographical, from a geographical standpoint, where this artist is trending, and I think it makes it so much easier. So what we're seeing here from a New York standpoint, New York, or let's not do New York. Why did I put New York? Let's do United States instead. I'm going to do United States instead, because from a United States standpoint, it will show you, all right, then where in the United States. So from I see this, I know, all right, then where is this artist trending? Where is my artist trending? And I can see New York is number 1. Of course, I already know that because I've always been following up as far as where is Masicka and his songs trending. Miami number 2, Atlanta number 3. We have Philadelphia number 4, Boston number 5, right? We can just leave it at number 6 at Orlando. And again, love what we're seeing where the chart is concerned. Again, no surprise here. We have Slip and Style, we have Bossy, we have Whites, we have Rich Sex Mute, and we have 20 Matic Autocrats. This is a relatively good lineup for me. And I always like to narrow it in a little bit more, where I take it to the United Kingdom, because I know that Masicka has a growing fan base over there in the United Kingdom. And again, London number 1, Birmingham, Manchester, Leeds, Sheffield, and Bristol over there. And as you can see, right, somewhat similar to what we're seeing. So we are seeing a consistent thing here as far as the songs being pulled up on the chart. Slip and Slide, Boss is there, Whites is there. We know when it comes to Whites, how the Brits, how they feel about Whites. Definitely. So not surprised here that Whites is fighting for their life between Bossy and Slip and Slide, guys. And we have Rich Sex number 4, Mute number 5, and we have 20 Matic number 6. And let's do one more. Let's do Canada, and see what's happening over there. Over Canada, Toronto, Montreal, Brampton, Calgary, Mississauga, and we also have Vancouver. And again, same treatments. We have White, Bossy, Slip and Slide, Rich Sex Mute, 20 Matic. So we love what we're seeing. Big up to Masicka. Love the work that he's doing. We love to check the charts. And again, I haven't checked the charts with you guys in a while. So it only feels right for me to definitely bring up the charts and kind of like show you guys what we're doing and what we're up to. And as far as what Masicka look on the charts, where are people listening? Where are fans listening from? And, mainly that is, and it's just always a good look. We have Rico in the building. Big up yourself, Rico. Thank you for joining in on the live for tonight. Big up yourself, Rico. We also have Untouchable in the building. Big up yourself, Untouchable. Thank you guys so much for joining the live for tonight. Big up on yourself. How are we feeling? How are we doing? Everybody checking in. I want you guys to be typing on your fingers, not just listening, but typing in the chat as well. So how are we going to kick off this ball game tonight, guys? We're kicking it, talking about the Irawmas award. That's how you pronounce it. I'm not even following up. I hope I'm pronouncing this shit right. The Irawmas, whatever you call it, awards. I hope I'm pronouncing right, because I have not been following up on this thing. Today somebody inboxed me and asked me about how I feel about the whole, one of my Gaza associate that I normally would sometimes we have like a whole back and forth in terms of how we tend to talk about the music, we tend to debate. And I was like, bro, like, don't bring this shit to me. I literally don't follow up as far as these awards anymore. Definitely learned my lesson, and I learned this quite some time ago as far as, hey, when it comes to these awards, lots of them, they're not promising, right? Maybe most of them are not promising. So I was not literally here for it after what I saw with the mobile. That was definitely the nail that literally nailed it into the coffin for me. So I wasn't following up on this award, but I want to just talk about this a little bit and just get it over with. As far as the award is concerned, is it a prominent award? Absolutely not. Based on how the trend, based on how you see it, based on how the nomination goes, absolutely you can tell that something is just not right, and we can say something very fishy. Something very fishy is definitely happening with that award. And again, I was just not here for it. Yes, as you know, that Masicka was nominated in a few categories. Again, not gonna dive deep into it, but what I would say is still grateful, will forever be grateful as far as any wins, any draws, anything like that. And speaking of draws, pun intended there. As far as the DJ is concerned, like a win is definitely a win. And it doesn't matter on what side of life that win was on. Very proud of the artist, on that win for him. So as you know, that he would have won for that album, which is the EP. Again, and again, it just goes to show, it could be the universe just showing the ones that listen, hey, that no matter what anybody had said, that this was indeed a great body of work. I don't need any other fan base to tell me that, right? About Masicka and Masicka music, and what to look for and what rose your boat. Again, there are different things that roast people both, and that's fine. You have some people who rock with the EP, and there's some people who don't rock with the EP, and I completely get that. I completely understand that. I really understand that as far as the internet is concerned, it's really now run and more domineering or dominated by men type of thing. I need to see the females coming up more, and definitely be more dominating as far as coming out and speaking more about the music, right? Them obviously we don't know about the music, but that's not true. That's really and truly that's not true as far as the music is concerned. So I would love to see the space be more taken up by females. I think the space would maybe a little bit more less toxic, if I'm being honest with you, because people don't feel like some men are toxic, but them very very much so toxic in them own way. Like, look what's happening all over the internet, the Vibes Cartel and the One Kevin and all of these people, right? These people are so fucking make the space so toxic. So again, big up to Masicka in that category. I know how I feel about that EP. I've seen the numbers on it. The numbers are not the greatest, but again, we cannot judge a person body of work based on the numbers. That's not the only thing that makes an artist, complete. And I will die on that hill, because I know how the music works. I know the criterias, and even when people are going to move around the goalpost to fit their artist, it doesn't work that way. It really doesn't work that way, guys. And the music is very old. It's very symbolic. We know that as far as the music is concerned, that especially we can go back, back in the day, what happened to those artists when that they didn't have the social media, they did not have all this views conversation. They were still doing it well and thriving. And a whole lot of them, whatever we want to agree to disagree, they were doing way much better than a lot of these artists these days. And I don't want it to make it about old school, new school, but I want it to make sure about the music. And it's just the truth. So again, big up to Masicka. That's all I'll say as far as the that award ceremony. Again, I was not watching it. I wasn't banging on it. There were people that was asking me about it, and I was not literally banging on it. But Masicka won in a category, and I'm grateful for that. So again, big up to him, because I know he works extremely hard. All right, so Real Kid said, my baby Mel. Oh my God. Real Kid, big up yourself. How are you? How are you doing? We also have 3Z Records in the building. Bless to you, Mellz. Bless up to you guys. How are we doing tonight? Hope we're having a great night. Hope we did not have too much of a rough day. Hope we had a smooth sailing slip and slide day, as in when I say slip and slide, as in, the day just went by very quickly. Nothing too, nothing too much or too draining for you guys. All right, so I want to, speaking of the award, I just want to play this video real quickly, and then again I can probably just share my 2 cents and just move on.
But the recently concluded Irawmas Awards, my DJ walked away with 9. Vybz Kartel was the biggest winner at the Irawmas with 9 awards.
And 9 awards, and what does that tell us, right? And you see, guys, the universe have a way of showing you certain things, right? And when I say showing you certain things, as far as here we have this man, with all of this award, and we don't even want to dive deep into who put this award show on. Let's just keep it at that. And this is no hate, or this is no bad feeling or whatever towards Vybz Kartel. Like, big up to him on his awards, big up to him. Whether it was highly, was it greatly deserved, up to him, whatever the situation, whatever the case may be. But again, what does these awards, what do they signify? Right? Because they're just, at the end of the day, these are just awards. And I know that there's a different way, there are different ways to look at things. Yes, we understand that you have seen prominent people who are well deserving and they have won their award. But the fact of the matter is, on the conversation, and I wanted to play this video because some people would be like, all right, then Vybz Kartel win 9 award. Why are you talking about it? But I want to come here and talk about it because if you don't feel comfortable, if you don't feel comfortable in your skin and you don't feel comfortable to be able to, of course, come out here and talk about certain things that's happening in this space and to be able to push back. You can only talk about the good times, only the good days only. What does that say about you, especially as a vlogger? So if I see something like this and I want to push back, I'm going to more so push back. And I wanted to push back on this because absolutely, I can definitely think about the mere fact that Vybz Kartel winning those 9 awards, right? It's not a prominent award show, right? It's just something to fluff him up again, fluff him up to make him seem like he's doing something prominent in dancehall. But we know here that Vybz Kartel is not doing anything prominent in dancehall, is he? Nothing prominent right now. And here we have this man with 9 awards. But we do know, we see the people who are doing the work in dancehall, who is being consistent, who is being true to the music, who is making the impact out there. And lots of these people are not getting awards. So what does that say? What does that mean? They are not the man. What does that say? They are not they are not entitled to be celebrated. Like, no, come on. So I definitely want to put that out there. All right, so we have, who is this? The Omniscient, or am I saying that right? Omniscient. In the building, big up yourself. Thank you for joining in on the live for tonight. Big up yourself. Thank you for joining in. All right, let's continue on this video, guys.
9. Vybz Kartel, congratulations, my boss. Congratulations, my artist. Congratulations, my G. Congratulations. Your motivation, bro. You really motivate me. And to go and achieve and know so your things out there where you can achieve.
Yeah, but like motivate you how? When you say motivate you, when you say that, making you understand that there's things that you can go there to achieve. So how are you motivated, right? Here you have 9 awards thrust upon this person, right? Again, fluffed up this delusion to make it seem like, oh, this man is doing oh so great. So explain to me, make you can go out there and you can take on the world because you feel like a Superman right now. Obviously, putting on the S on your chest, so you put on your tights, so you go out, so you feel, like the undisputed. So explain to me, like, what undisputed things are you gonna go out there and do based on what Vybz Kartel, what winning 9 awards that was literally put in his favor to win? Explain that to me.
It might not be on your level, but on a level. Big congratulations, World Boss. Yo, World Boss, I never there people them awards. All them have 9 awards around the fair, and you know there people them awards. It's on internet and make video. World Boss, guy people them award next time. Here, I award ceremony. But guy people them award ceremony, brother. Cause, bro, it's a big achievement, this brother. Big up your damn self.
big achievement, but like how is this person career going? Whether he's at the award show or not is either here nor there. But again, I would love to talk about like what's happening in the dancehall space where Vibes Cartel is being, celebrated. And these 9 awards. All right, so 9 awards. What happened next? Where do we go from here? Where do we go from here? With these 9 awards. There's an album coming around the corner. What are we able to say about that album, or what we will be willing to say about that album when it comes out? All right. When can we hear a hit song coming out of the Gaza camp, specifically speaking, Vibes Cartel? What does the future look like? Shows, booking, things like that. When can we see locked in things in the music done where we can say, all right, then work has been put in, work has been done, like organic, nothing shock value. When can we see these things happening?
The work continues, and bro, we don't know when they're gonna stop, but it just a continue, brother. Beating out the likes of Sean Paul, Shaggy, Popcorn, Spice, the whole works, the whole nation of artists, the dog, but abuse them. Respect and bro. And congratulations to the other artists that got nominated as well. Big up on the damn self because I know one man in the music. But Earl Boss, yeah, deal with it. Teva, 50 watt a caliber. Me blood clot. Fully. And I'm out. What the
All right. That was that. It is what it is, just like a duck back that just rolled right off. Okay. Moving right along as we keep it steady, Just wanted to touch base on some videos, what's happening inside of cartel universe right now, the Gaza universe right now. You'd have seen from my thumbnail based on what's happening here. We talk about the award. Is it a prominent award? Everyone still beating the Gaza and Fish-Tel based on what's happening over there in the Gaza. We have seen the videos, guys, a couple days ago, what's happening. So we're just moving it right along. Just gonna go through some videos based on what's happening over there in the space over there right now, and then we're just gonna keep it moving forward.
Put them on mash up dance. The look at you, them a sing about too much dung in a throat and gold and show and piss in her face. Them a mash up dance. Yeah, cartel come out to come save dance.
All right, let me pull that back, guys. I think there's some. Hold on, let me pull that right back for a second.
Yeah, man. And when you're done, they say, yo, the look at you, them a mash up dance. The look at you, them a sing about too much dung in her throat and gold and show and piss in her face. Them a mash up dance. Yeah, cartel come out to come save dancehall and come save dancehall. Save dancehall. A dancehall this way him save. The save this way him save dancehall.
And this video, when I came across it, I definitely want to talk about it because it says 6 of one and half dozen of the other. And just because somebody come out and dance naked in front of the whole world to see, and we know we're against those type of things, we don't accept those things any at all, right? It just doesn't look right, and we know how that goes. But it's not an excuse though for other artists to come out and sing lewd things and talk about lewd things. Those things are not okay, either, right? So again, we need to get back to a place where we understand that there's a time and place for everything, and we know that when it comes to dancehall, really and truly dancehall, it's the slackness is going to be there because it's dancehall type of thing. But I believe that it doesn't have to be all the way and 24/7. It's just the one way of the one way of artistry. We can change it up and we can be a bit more definitely a bit more different in our approach, and very different in the way we approach the music. So I'm big for that one. We have to learn to flex our versatility a little bit where that is concerned. And I feel as though some of these artists, they feel as though what people are looking out for and they may make their music in a type of way because they're more maybe so appeasing to the ladies. But again, that's where versatility comes in. And even though you're appeasing to the ladies, it doesn't mean that all right, then we're looking for something that's just always extreme and just just raw. And we wanna sometimes there are things to be left to the imagination as well, and us to be like very careful with that. So again, six, as my granny would have said, 6 of one half does not the other. So it's not an excuse for the lewd and slap behavior, and whether or not Vibes Cartel is allegedly based on Gaza Nation come to save dancehall. That's not what that's about. But it's about that our culture and our music needs to be preserved. And when we preserve it, we just have to make sure that certain energy and certain vibe is just gone from it. And we just need to eradicate some of these people who are breaking down the music in a bad way.
Brother, that youth have one big body boy in the dog. This a youth that try to lead dancehall in a one big old fish pond in a youth. Him a the leader and him say him a the crowning king and him say him a the leader, him a lead out. And this a lead out and do the direction they are choose to take, brother. Come like a man boom something in the head from far, man. What do you, brother? Charge him, tell this dog. Anytime you come to Jamaica, man, I go boom a big stone in the head, brother. I tell you that, I see from way out of some boom a big stone in the head, blood clotted.
All right, and that's their words, guys, not mine. People are just coming out and they're just speaking based on how they're feeling regarding to the whole situation. Again, fans are divided on it. There's some fans who feel as though there's nothing wrong with it, and there's some who are doubling down to say that this is a disgrace to the music, not even just to the Gaza, but to the music. Take a look, guys. There's a caption here. Me can't believe Vibes Cartel are moved so like a fish. So let's just continue with what's happening over there in the Gaza universe based on what's Vibes Cartel is up to and his fans.
So you dash the black one now and you come back now. You come back in a blood clot red. You see me? Naked for internet. I say you're a bad man. Eh? You dash the black one and you come back now. So that means that nobody can chat to you.
And then don't forget, guys, don't forget that these are supposed to be the people who are leading music. Don't forget that. There's a saying that says that heavy the head that wears the crown. And again, I double down on that. He's not my king, but again, we know that there's a group and there's a set of people who crown him to be the dancehall king. So don't forget that we're talking about a leader who is out here, and that so-called leader, he's just literally just running around just naked. Just running around naked. Just don't forget about that part of it. Somebody who is supposed to be leading in the culture. I mean, I did not grow up in the era of Yellow Man, but nobody can ever attest to say that Yellow Man have ever just run around in his underwear. Well, the internet wasn't so prominent back then, but I'm just saying, I've never heard Beenie Man or see Beenie Man do anything of such. And I've never seen any artist for that matter do anything of that nature. But I mean, sometimes, especially, and we know that when it comes to an artist like Vibes Cartel, he is very heavy on shock value. And what does that shock value look like? We know that, of course, he tend to do the most extreme, controversial things in dancehall to be able to get it for people to see him. Right? And sometimes when these people will go at any length, sometimes they run out of ideas. People run out of ideas, so they have to literally, pull back the dome a little bit and think, scratch their heads to see, all right, then, all right, I'm losing grip, I'm losing it. Like, what can I do or what can I say to be able to, of course, come out here and make the people talk. So it's all about making the people talk. And that's just like, guys, like, gonna find that weird. And for some of these Gaza people who are coming out and talking about the mere fact that, okay, I get that he's doing it, promoting the album and this and that. You don't find that weird. Like, why you need to stoop to such a length or certain lengths to promote your music? Then Ted said them boy they shaky bad. Yeah, them shaky. And that's just what it is. It's a shaky behavior. So you know, lots of people run out and they must say, oh, it's Vybz Kartel, not shaky. But you know, let's just say the behavior. Because I would have learned a long time ago that when we don't attack people, we attack the behavior of the people. Right? We attack the behavior of the person. So the behavior is a shaky behavior. It is a shaky behavior and it doesn't look good. And the mere fact that, all right, then you have a whole album coming out soon, and you're just feeling that you have to do something to have everybody talking because maybe you feel as though this is going to allow the album to do good. That's not the case. Why not other artists not do those type of things? Like, why? I mean, I know that when it came to Alkaline the other day, you know, the album that he did, there were controversial things that was on it. There was controversial things that was said that got people talking about it. And I don't think that the music should be in such a way where, of course, controversial things need to be said or need to be done for you to get the recognition that you deserve. Just make the music speak for itself. And that's why I can always talk about my artists and I can always talk about Masicka as far as no controversy is there. Right? No controversy. Remember, you know, when everybody drop music in a January, February, yada, 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 this and that on the 3rd, people are wondering about Masicka. Like, why would I worry about Masicka? I never did worry about an artist dropping songs like flies. And people were wondering about Masicka, and he came out and, you know, he previewed the song, nothing controversial, nothing to make us see, all right then, like, what the hell, what's happening? And him just got showing him do the music. So why other artists cannot do the same? Just make the music speak for itself. But you know, I'm always say it, guys. I will continue to say it. Because you see, when it comes to the talent, the care what a man say, you know what you have can produce, Just always remember that, the care what a man say, deep down as a person, you know what you produce and what you can produce and what makes you feel good and comfortable so you can sleep in your bed at night time. So if Vybz Kartel feel like, say, the weight is not there or the talent is not there to carry that album, him no say I have to do something. Him no say I have to do something, people, to get everybody talking. But talking are one thing. Buying is a whole different thing. And streaming on its whole is another thing. And we know when it comes to streaming, a lot of these fan bases, all they do is they talk about the stream. But then don't forget, another side of the story is the impact of the music, the impact of the project. Don't forget about that. So it's just food for thought, I guess, guys, based on, the whole situation.
That means that you think, say, you're powerful than everybody else. You're the powerfulest thing in the world. Zine? So that means, say, where you're trying to say you can fuck a man on the internet and nobody can.
Maybe that's a little bit extreme. But again, these are not my words, guys. These are people coming out and they're speaking on the way how they feel. And sometimes when they come out and they talk, they might be, soft and supple about it to the point, well, they might be a little bit extreme with putting their points across. Yes, we get that. But what am I learning from this situation? It has nothing to do with power or being powerful. It's the mere fact that you do something that is deemed and it's inappropriate, and then you come out and you double down on it. That's where would make you be like, huh, are you crazy? Like, what's happening? And to this guy's point here, because I don't think he's not the one who posted the video. He was just a repost of the video. To his point is much more so like, all right then, because you're so-called have a little power, you're just gonna use it to however you see fit, and not just use it based on however you see fit, but you can just come out here and do anything because allegedly, based on what people are saying, oh, him happy and him comfortable, make him do whatever he want to do. That's not how the world works. If me feel happy and me feel comfortable, that me can just walk and just a box down people. And when the police them hold me and ask me, all right, then why did I assault this person? I can say, all right, then me just feel good, me feel happy, I'm have my money, I'm just feel good. Like, what are you like what are these people saying? But again, these people are sheeps. Don't forget that they are sheeps. They are indeed sheeps.
Yo, Adi, know what you do, brother. Know what you do. Stop fish up the internet. Zane, John, no. Cartel, what kind of Batman thing that you're going with on the net, dog?
Yeah, it's ridiculous, right? We cannot just be willing just to take anything and just because somebody have money, it means that it's okay for them to do whatever they wanna do. That's not how the world works. And if we're gonna come out and have a whole issue, we could just run it back, If we're gonna come out here and have a whole breakdown or a whole reminisce, because them say wagwan bad morning can come good at evening, according to my granny would and say. They had this whole people had a whole re-intervention as far as the Hill and Gully rhythm, for example. And people were saying, oh, to Faye Ellington point, she has a point. And I do think she has a point too, and a very valid point that really had me reminisce and be like, listen, there is a point to it. We cannot be too extreme, but at the same time, there are pros and there's cons to certain situation. And, and I already, made my whole views and made my whole argument as far as the whole Faye Ellington conversation. But, my thing goes, if Stephen the Genius, the artist, let's just say the artist on the Hill and Gully rhythm could have gotten called out to say, listen, it's a folklore track, you are doing too much. We can come out and we can call out Vybz Kartel and say, listen, you're on the people them internet, you're doing too much. If we're gonna talk about the Jamaican culture, right, we can talk about as a Jamaican artist, you are doing too much. And if we're going to talk about, all right, then preserving the culture for the kids, we can say preserve the music for the younger generation. You're doing too much. And that's just not okay. So it's just to bring those contrasts and bring it over. But again, we were not done, because here we have Pretty Don, who came out and had some whole thing. She has some words for Vybz Kartel. And anybody know Pretty Don know that she is a fully Gaza supporter. I wouldn't say she would die on that hill for Vybz Kartel, but she is a Gaza fan, and want to take a look. Let's just take a look based on some of the words and the things that she had to say based on the whole situation. Let me make sure I pull this all the way back here.
Kartel, me don't know what you expect from me in the party. Me don't know. Me can't get up and defend you, Sada.
Tasha Blake in the building. Big up yourself, Tasha Blake. How are you? Thank you for joining in on the live for tonight. Big up yourself. Kudos to you with your awards. Hope you're able to die on that hill with those awards, or Vybz Kartel or the whole Gaza people can die on the hill with that awards. Run past that award a long time ago. I'm much more so interested based on what will be on that album, Miss Blake. What can we expect from that album? Will it be a hit or will it be a miss? And based on what's happening in the media right now, we can see that there's a high level, Miss Blake, of insecurity right now. Because secure people don't come out and create shock value things because they want to be talked about. They make the music speak for itself. So you can circle back and let me know when Vybz Kartel will be able to depend wholly and solely on his talent alone and not shock value and having people talk for the negative reasons. Who give a fuck, bro, about the 9 award one? How does that affect the price of rice? Does that affect music? Let's not use rice. Let's use, how does that affect music? How does that affect the work that Vybz Kartel is doing right now? You think Vybz Kartel feel content with all those 9 awards? You think he feel fulfilled? No, he doesn't. You know why? Because you have artists like Masicka, bro. Even if you say he didn't win anything, what does it even matter? Anyways, he didn't win in an award. Okay, an award that was made to fluff up Vybz Kartel and make it seem as though he's doing a whole great things out there, right? But what I can tell you, Miss Blade, that Masicka keeps Vybz Kartel up at night for many, many reasons. You want me to go through some of those reasons? I could go through some of those reasons if you'd like. And to World Gov, I'm not crying. Why would I cry? Why would I cry when I'm literally out here laughing at you guys making a mockery out of yourself? Why would I cry? But you know when I will be crying? World Gov T6100. After I listen to that album, and I will be in tears just laughing on the nonsense that's on that album. The same nonsense that was on the same album that was submitted for Grammy that went nowhere, literally. You know what I would love to see? World Gov and Tasha Blake. I would love to see that Grammy would have a thing where they would literally rank the contenders from the winner all the way down to the person who is in the last place. Because you know what we would find? Tasha Blake on World Gov, that the Gaza boss, the world boss, the Exile Pharaoh would have been the last runner-up in the Grammys. And speaking of crying, he did cry. He did cry when he lost to Kez. So how about that? Delusional? I'd rather to be delusional than be a fan of a fish. Somebody who come out and just dance around in their underwear and just dance around because they want to create the shock value. They want people to talk about them. And you know what? He has been doing that for 20-something years. He has been doing that. But you know. Just Skinny in the building. How are you, Just Skinny? How are you doing? Big up yourself, Just Skinny. Thank you for being on the live for tonight. See, we have some company in the chat, Just Skinny, and I love a great company. I'm very secure over here. I'm not insecure. So I love when people come to the chat and bring forth conversation. Bring forth the conversation, bring forth the chat. I want time out people and then laugh about it like I'm superior. But just leave them in the comment section, make them cry. Even if they might pretend to laugh, we know that they're crying. Because you always know behind that smile, there's always you inside of you just crying out. Bro, we know. We know. Mellz, he might trick the box. What? He might tick the boxes for the Grammy Award. Remember, the Grammy Love Way. Oh, Lord of mercy. Lord of mercy. Just Skinny, you're on to something, you know. You're on to something. You're fat, you know. You're on to something. All right, then said Mellz, continue the reason and stop getting it. Well, you know, it's true. But sometimes you just have to, you know, sometimes you have to just address certain things. Because sometimes people feel like you're out here and you be. There's a difference between the passion and there's a difference between passion and there's a difference between acting emotional. Nobody's over here acting emotional. except for Gaza. Ew, 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 ew. All right, guys, let's move along. So let's hear what I am really intrigued to hear what Pretty Don had to say. I see a little bit of clipping from this, and guys, I'm telling you, I was dead laughing. Guys, say what you want more Pretty Don, but yo, I don't know if it's he, she, or we, or they, or them, but yo, funny person. So let's see. Let's continue with the reasoning. Got you.
Yeah, shame me, people. You would be everybody have your name in their mouth. Dog, you're rich. You make me feel a certain way from we are youth, dog. And you put certain meditation in our mind and we are praying militant from we are youth, dog. Teacher me cannot defend it. Teacher, you loves, dog.
World Gov. You see what crying look like? And you see the difference between crying and laughter, because as you guys are over there crashing out and crying, I'm over here laughing. You hear that genuine laughter? That laughter of being secure. Of being secured, right? That's what security looks like. Security. Crying.
Loves.
Crying.
Yeah, loves, dog. God, your loves, your loves.
Mark Brown in the building. Big up yourself, Mark Brown. How are you doing tonight? Big up your damn self. How are you doing tonight? Big up yourself. Hope you had a great day.
Barry, I tell you, say all up, dog. Your loves. Yeah, tell you, Barry. You don't look good, dog. You don't look good. Him and them don't know like we already, dog. Him and them don't have we name in their mouth. Gaza nation, this Gaza nation. And like this, you got to, dog. Well, you left ways to do, dog. Yeah, you're rich. What do I expect you to do that?
Yo, guys, I swear, like, make a vote now. I feel like this is probably one of the realest reasoning. I swear, from the whole Gaza crashing out, I think this is one of the realest reasoning, bro. Like, yo, from my girl or my boy, I go say, who know say them not like we already, dog. Yeah, give them things to talk about. Guys, I don't feel like I can't get no realer than this. Oh my God. Damn. Oh my days. Crying continue.
Dog, all your neighbor a show, bro. Teacher, what you show neighbor for party? We don't know what to do now. You might never call up the name. Big pussy foot and make up feel nice. I'm glad I'm alone. Me see a talk about you in the like a male batty rider them daddy.
Batty rider away.
Alone, me see him invested in your brief activity, dog. Like a real batty boy killing. You tell you see a can make big mouth boy like them they call up your name, dog. It laps out.
But you know what, Pretty Don? I mean, we're gonna always say if you give people things for talk, them are gonna talk, you know, but if you don't give people things for talk, them not gonna talk. You understand what I'm saying? So I don't know what to tell us it, bro. But I just feel like if you at this point in time, you could write Vibes Cartel a letter and drop it off at the front door. And you know, so him can read it and just reminisce. Because sometimes when I read things, you know, like when you read things, it kind of like it soaking at the subconscious. So you know, people will kind of reminisce versus when you talk. When them can get the info and them read it for themselves, them can say, you know, maybe me fuck up. But why? I don't know if it's saying Pretty Don, but Jaja. Chubby in the building. Big up yourself, Chubby. How are you doing tonight? Big up yourself, Chubby. Thank you for joining in on the live for tonight. Big up your damn self.
You look bad, you. How we are showing neighbor, bro? Neighbor, dog. Versace. Brief and red. Dog, we are bad man, youth. Me understand say you reform, but daddy.
Hey, we are bad man. Yo, reform to Bombardos. Reform to Ratidwall. Jaja. Damn. This not look good, people.
Barry, what you live for do, dog? Man, you do that if you see them in the private, dog. Remember, say the man live the funny up. Bumbo clap. Dog, the man live the funny up, dog. Teacher, man live the funny up. Teach, yo, big yard. Why me say big yard? No, fuck nobody. Girl, put on here with property. From Kingston to Magati. Girl, say the
Yo, guys, can we vote? Look at our vote for the crashing out them. I swear, Pretty Dan win. Me I tell you, I swear Pretty Dan win. I swear. I don't feel like we could have skip past a Pretty Dan video. I swear. Gaza or whoever be or whatever get a case. We know that tribal over here. But we can't listen to other people and us have a good laugh. Bro, me can't skip past a Pretty Dan and me can't skip past a Cargo. Yo, them two people that to me, bro, them funny or fuck. Like, oh my goodness. Yo. But I feel like we need to vote. I feel like say, yo, you know the crash out, you know the Gaza crash out. I feel like Pretty Dan a win. I feel like she a win. Or him a win. Him, she, him, I don't know. But I feel like just put it in the middle. They or them a win.
Parry, I stay up in a dance and a bill gunshot in that cupboard.
But when them no want to sing it enough Pretty Dan, we can't sing it for him, you know. And we can't say burn them capone. You know, we can't say burn them capone. Fire, lava, not all them say. Chaja.
Pull up, kick a boy in my mouth. No, a boy look too shake your orange cross him face. And you do that, you make a face. What? Kiss my ass, lad. Teacher, you laps. You lapsing. Me bum look hurt. Kill me. Me pussy clad kill it. Kill you make big pussy foot and look on foot and foot a more lean. Like someone double boxing in that blood clot sleep.
Yo, is a way. Oh, blood clot. Yo, we said them never. Yo, we say we just do us a footer get it, you know. We tell us a footer come like water these days. Enough your fucking everywhere. Yo, we tell us a footer does always I get it straight. Just a walk and just buck up in it.
Remember say foot a blood clot from teeth that die mouth. Can't tell.
I heard. I don't know the full video this in guys, but Jano star like I feel like I have the full video somewhere about around the place, around the cut. But guys, we don't want to feel like, you know, but I don't want to think about that video here a bit of, but we feel like say, yo, like again, I feel like easily like Pretty Dan are leading another crash out here. I just feel like she'll be very extra still, very extra with the whole crashing out thing, and you know, she'd have to make her points them so extra still. You get what I'm saying? But again, it brings us joy and it brings us excitement when them turn upon one another and just act a fool over there. You get what I'm saying? This is YouTube, guys. This is YouTube. This is content. This is entertainment. And you know, there's a reason why vloggers exist, and I'm a vlogger, so I'm gonna be out here. And once you make you just put it fuck up. Once you compromise, it's gonna be talked about. Once you fuck up, it's gonna be talked about. You understand? So I don't expect a pilot to be a pilot and don't fly a plane. Or a pick, choose, and refuse which plane him fly. He's a fucking pilot. So I'm out here being a vlogger. You know what I mean? So to everybody who hurt and them feelings and just a cry day in and day out. All right. We don't need for cry, we don't need for ball. Right? Because at the end of the day, we come with the facts and we come with the information, and we just want the people them know, the one them where I was a double down and I say, oh, you know, I was a fear call cartel name, you know, I was a fear call alkaline name and rate miss any day on a stop call Masicka name, other day they stop call on the artist name. And when the artists come out and them folly and them live certain lifestyle, them do certain things out here, definitely it needs to be talked about. You get what me I say? So when me turn on my live, I don't know want to hear what me I say, just mute. Or just keep it going. That's all. I can't tell you no. But from when in my comment section, I know a type or sound or when I cry, that just show me one thing, bro. That just show me one thing. Right? You could have keep it moving, you could have just keep it walking along, but you choose for in my comment section, just a type and a type and a type and a type. Love them. I love it, the passion. I love when I'm passionate about an artist. That's good. That's a good sign. It's a good sign. Just skinny I said July 6th. I gonna make 1 year since Masicka last performance in America. Bro, me tell you say we need the man over here. We need the man over here ASAP Rocky, bro. Definitely. You know, so the girl them come up with and I say, yo, Masicka, like, you know, when is the next show gonna be over here? I think it was last year, without fun and joke aside, last year, I believe when he was in Atlantic City, I wanted to go, but that show was very, well, not the show, but it was very last minute, so I did not get the chance to plan it properly to be able to go. So hopefully there's something big around the corner. And yes, we do see that there are shows spread out across till about, say, what, September, late August. But I believe that there's still some amount of room that's there where other things can be added in. So we know Masicka tend to do things very on a silent basis type of thing. Some artists will just come out and just say certain things and whatnot. He's very more careful and strategic with certain things that he say and does type of thing. Yeah, definitely. I remember St. Kitts in 4 weeks. St. Kitts, we are coming. St. Kitts, we are coming. Joe, me make here, I'm an artist. Masicka is coming, guys, to St. Kitts. Big up to St. Kitts and the Navies. Big up to St. Kitts. Big up to St. Kitts. All right, guys, better late than never. Wanted you guys to hear this dialogue between Queen Ifrica. Definitely, when the Queen has spoken, and you know me, I love a good conversation. And on the topic of good conversation, Queen Ifrica always tends to bring some really, really good conversation. And I couldn't walk past this one or slide past this one, right? Guys, take a look.
Balance them in the conversation them needed, my lord. That's what I say. And as me say, a man can always defend where a man a defend. Adi is not the daddy where we know from them time the right now. See, in the youth, him need that whatever version of him this, him need better guidance in his personal life right now. You see what I say? Because a person locked up in a prison for 13 years alone is a psychological damage that to him brain already. No matter.
I mean, it's true. Like the Queen has spoken, and she definitely have some facts there. But there are people, you know, Queen, where them probably in the joint longer than that, and them come out and they seem to be relatively fine based on what we see. I mean, Bible Cartel seem relatively fine. Him just choose for those certain type of fuckery. You understand? I just feel like he's fine. This man is just living in my life and I live it too comfortably, and that's what I see, and that's what I get out of the whole situation here. Third time is a charm. Mention the artist by him name in a swamp. Go go pick up your boss dirty brief out of him blood clot. One dented for the motherfucking app. And you know, I'm gonna really read through thoroughly. But then World Gov 6100, you have been warned. And the swamp no like the mere fact say yeah, style with artist and I call him Sheen, whatever. And at the swamp you there. So the swamp have spoken. So when you trod this, the water trod it lightly, because crocodile them a work. So my moderator spoke up, has spoken, And thus easier for the sheen talk, because I know the swamp you there. So keep it respectful. Me personally, I don't really care as far as, you know, because I know a ball, and your emotions, I get the head of your butt. Be respectful still to the artist. Put some respect on the damn name. That's what we would say about that. Area code in the building, big up your damn self area code. How are you doing tonight? Big up your damn self area code. Just skinny say, wonder if a tour for him album. Who knows? Sound good. That's a good idea, just skinny. I love the sound of that. Mellz can dig him up back out of the graveyard whenever you're ready. You know, or just make him stay up planted, grounded. Can plant yamed pan him grave. Yeah, man, make you hear what the queen say.
Even if him no one accept say that go on, it go on. Then you come a road and you have all the different system dog that were in your ears and give you advice as to what is popular, where you need to do. I would have loved to see the dear youth like Cartel be the king where we did see him as when him just arrived and continue to be the king there at whatever stage.
That will never happen. That will never happen. The ass gone too far from the gate already. You have to understand, say people are living at them truth. Make him man living at them truth, bro. I'm here to see how far in them truth he's willing to go. That's for sure, for certain. I'm here for.
A man free if he do him one, he can come wind up naked if him feel a man, but you can't be so irresponsible with so many people who look to you for them day-to-day motivation, my lord. The inner city youth, them don't know where to turn now. You see me? Because it's like...
All right, so I'm going to push back on the comment there. Because again, you know, when you're listening, you have to listen thoroughly, right? Listen thoroughly. I mean, it's like 30 minutes long. I don't think I'm going to reach through the entire thing or go through the entire thing, but never hear the entire thing, you know, prior to. But again, you just have to always listen and pick sense out of nonsense. First of all, I'm going to push back on the whole inner city thing. You're going to say that who the inner city, them are going to look to know. Cartel is not the only artist in a dancehall. And what have Cartel been contributing to dancehall for even a talk about the inner city youth? Guys, nobody get me even started. Like, you understand? And this is where the passion really come through, really. Just a minute, big up yourself, best up yourself. Thank you for joining in on the live for tonight. Big up yourself. How are you doing tonight? Just a minute, big up your damn self. Yeah, and this is the part that really and truly get me in my feelings, because Cartel have done nothing for the inner city youths them. So like, why all of a sudden, because when now we're a so-called crown where people give him on him head, he was there for the inner, like how, when, why and how? Explain that to me. When you go say like who the inner city youths them look up to now. This man has done nothing. Like, what has this man done? Like, what has he done? Besides teach him how to bleach and wear tight pants. And ask girl if them body all clean. Like, come on. Like, let's be for real right here. Let's be for real. We are be real right now. We are be real. Rational thinking. That's what we're doing right now. Explain that. That makes sense. Where is Cartel Ambassador for? Who is calling and appeasing unto him to talk to the youths them and uplift the youths them? Which person in a government body and have sense? K-Dog in the building, big up yourself. K-Dog, how are you doing? Am I say that right? K-Dogs, big up yourself. K-Dogs, so big up to the crocodile and big up yourself. K-Dogs, thank you for joining in. I don't believe I've seen you here on this channel before. If you are new, welcome. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the channel. Turn your notification on. That way you know when I go live. That way you don't miss a conversation. Untouchable, big up yourself. Thank you for that $5 euro. Thank you for supporting the live for tonight. It's greatly appreciated. Big up yourself, Untouchable.
Pull up 20 matic aspa. Benz, empty barrel. He kill a rock chain like Django. Villa see there. Ain't true, me say fuck them system. See them style.
Run!
Run now.
Act like your bud then.
Run him down.
Oh.
Hey.
Just act like your bud.
Alright.
Run! Hey boy, a 50-69 clip. Run!
All right, 56 in the clip, Untouchable. Big up yourself. Thank you for your support on the live for tonight. It's greatly appreciated. Just can you drop the call-in link? All right, now see a word. All right, guys, went ahead and I dropped the link. Guys, if you want to call in, you guys can do so. Big up on yourself. Just drop the call-in link. Well, let me pin it really quickly that way, you know. All right, it's stay grounded. All right, there we go. Pin the link, guys. Whenever you're ready, just hop on. Come have a reasoning with Mellz. All right, let's see what else happening here. Schoolboy in the building. Big up yourself, Schoolboy. How are you doing tonight? Big up yourself. Thank you for joining in on the live for tonight. Big up yourself, Schoolboy. Thank you for checking in. All right, let's see what else is here. Yeah. Let's see what else is happening here. Checking in. All right, big up. All right. Scrolling through. K-Doc said, yeah, man, me pass through more time. All right, big up yourself. Schoolboy, the Zelle, if you go out to the front of my screen, you will see the Zelle that's there. You will see the Zelle. Just go out of the screen and click on the drop down, Schoolboy, and you will see the Zelle. Just Skinny for some reason says device not connected. I'm not sure why that's happening. It says you need to connect your mic, your camera before you can add. I need to add you to the StreamYard. I don't know why that's happening. But big up to all the crooks that's joining in. Thank you for keeping the chat active. Big up to everyone passing through. Let's see. All right. T-Dog, thank you for passing through again. All right, let me drop a wrench on your T-Dog. A K-Dog. Why not say the wrong things? Guys, may I tell you now? I say T-Dog versus for Mr. K-Dog. Bro. All right. Appreciate you passing through. K-Dog, I went ahead and I dropped a wrench on you. Big up yourself. You know, as a one side, you're always, welcome. You have to give permission to you hear that, Just Skinny? You have to give permission. Then you can turn. So is it me, Rico? I have to do it? Because I don't normally would do that. Hold on. Okay, I see Just Skinny right now. Just Skinny, you're live, you're live on Derek. Just Skinny. I'm not hearing nothing. I'm not hearing no Skinny.
Yeah, you hear me now?
Oh, yeah, I hear you now.
I said, big up yourself, big up everybody on the live,
Big up yourself and Just Skinny. Yeah, deal with the night, yeah.
No, so I'm active,
Mm. I hear you, man. I hear you now. I hear you. Believe me, I hear you. I hear you and I hear your peanut wally them in the background.
For real, yeah. Okay.
You live in the countryside, Just Skinny. I hear the peanut, the peanut wally them. I hear them. King J in the building. How are you, King J? Big up your damn self. How are you doing tonight? How is everybody doing? Checking in. Everybody check in. 1, 2, 3. Checking in. Big up to everybody. So you think about the so-called award show last night, Skinny? Because see the Gaza man them I wear them, I put up them chest high up. Not even best dressed chicken for them chest high up like for them right now.
Yo, I swear, I did that watch the thing, I'm gonna drop asleep. I'm gonna get up back. I'm gonna see the other talk about it. And the man them in the comment section, I want that. Master Georgia. I
Yeah,
watch show boring. Yeah, I boring as I watch show me ever seen in my whole entire life. I swear.
yeah, not the first person me hear say that from there. Yeah, man, me about a Gaza associate where more while me and him back over there over Instagram. More while him just pop up randomly and just inbox me and I talk about him I talk about Gaza, me I talk about one side, and sometimes the conversation get too heated. We not talk for days, sometimes weeks. Well, yeah, them I flip up and I flap them wing and I say, I talk about the whole award show. I'm like, bro, like nobody give a shit. Well, maybe y'all care about that because y'all know that come on, it's in the favor of a Vibes Cartel. To fluff him up and make it seem like he might do something so great, so wonderful. But technically that's not what's happening. We see what's happening in dancehall right now. So and we really see the people them who in there really putting in the work in dancehall right now. And award or
And I
not.
realize super on slide some parts both super on Spotify.
Repeat what you just said a while ago.
Yeah, you hear me?
Yes, repeat what you just said about you say slip inside the wall.
Yeah, you hear me?
Yeah, me I hear you. Go through.
And I say if you don't realize slip on slide some parts both slip on Spotify.
Yeah, I realize when I call out the numbers earlier. I see it, man. That's why I say, yo, like when you get run it up, bossy, when you run it up to the 1 million. But the critics, because that's something that they always tend to talk about, and we can say this because me hear the vendetta them talk about this as well. Like, nobody not talk about bossy and rate and la da 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 da. We have to understand, say, all right, when an artist drop a song, we can't be too technical, and sometimes we tend to be too technical in the sense where, all right, then a song may drop, and some might say get enough breathing room before the next song drop type of thing. But again, everybody try to be strategic and do things your own way. And we know that Masicka have done things for years that appease to him and allow him to be, whether the hit maker, the hot maker, some of them may say it because it have always been the hit maker, and all of a sudden, the term all of a sudden just popping up that it didn't exist. People now talking about the songs and things like that type of thing. So tend to be moving the goalposts. But I just want to talk since you brought that up for who want to run along with that. Bossy was
You
there
know,
before.
you know, the
Mhm.
weekend or gone. You know, both of the drop down. You stream the drop hard on Spotify.
Mhm.
It drop like about 50%. All whites drop the whites are stream about 16,000 a day and I did 30, That's why
Mm.
thing drop. But maybe I should then update the box still.
It could be. I mean, I need to check Corb.net. I haven't checked Corb in a while. I need to check that to see what's going on over there as well. Leslie Ann Hunter in the building. Leslie Ann Hunter says hi. Hi to you, Leslie Ann Hunter. Thank you for joining in on the live for tonight. It's greatly appreciated. I have never seen you on this side of life before. If you're new here, don't forget you can hit the like button on your way in. You can also subscribe to the channel if you want to. That way you can, of course, know whenever I go live. Don't forget, if you subscribe to the channel, to turn your notification to all. That way, of course, you do not miss notifications when they come in. Yeah, go through Skinny.
All the time run job. So it was like yeah, it look like say people not really see him song like in funny weekend like mostly, bro. I swear. Most I seen them a job. Another Sue stream alone a job, All alkaline stream job for that man notice.
Mm. I mean, I wasn't watching the numbers so much over the weekend, but now that you mentioned, you just have me know on the weekends checking to see what the numbers, what they look like. You know.
They don't know, so reach 14 million streams too.
Yeah, it's a good look, man. We just have to like appease to the ones them to continue, because again, we already know that the impact for the songs is already there, and we know that there are bigger fan bases out there. We know that the Gaza has a big fan base, Alkaline have a big fan base, and those fan base help a lot in streaming the music type of thing. And the reality of it is, we are, as a one side, we are still a growing fan base, still growing, and we're not the biggest. So we just have to be mindful and just remind the ones them to to stream and buy Masicka music on all major platforms. Like, we cannot like drop the ball on that. And again, as I always say, that the album is around the corner, and if we cannot juggle and contribute to 2 songs, what are we going to do with an album? And I think that a lot of us, we have our platforms out here, and these are things that we need to be talking about. We need to be prepping the fans, and we need to prepping them to be ready, and ready in the right way. Not just, oh guys, album I'm gonna drop, and yeah, we're excited, but literally, definitely appeasing to the people, putting a plan in place. As far as the album is concerned, we need to see it on the charts, on the many charts. That's what we need to see it on. And we want to see a good turnout in the first week of our sale. Definitely, there's going to be people comparing. I don't know why am I hearing myself. And I'm hearing a feedback. Yeah, so definitely I'm big on this album. Definitely, I believe, as far as Grammy is concerned, I want to see what project is going to be nominated, and I'm here for it, whether it's going to be this new project coming in the summer or the EP. Definitely I'm here for it.
You know, what if you saw over there cash out?
Resin right now or earlier?
No, earlier on in live. You know, see him over there cash out.
I'm over there crash out boat. Me never over there.
Don't want, yeah man. I don't want to see no Jamaican flag in our chat.
You don't want to see no Jamaican flag in them chat? Why?
Say. You know, say if then they buy album the last time, if then they buy EP, where EP name again? Art and Soul. You know, if then they buy, and if then they got billboard, you know, say would have better for them. Cause right now, then just put if they, I say anyhow they no kick off Bob Marley. I say they on another year and on YouTube, man.
Man, tell it to the
anyhow
Gaza
they
man.
no kick off Bob Marley.
Man, tell it to the Gaza people, them who always are run out and defend the thing and not defending the thing in the right way. Then if you come out with the facts,
we are not Iman say him have 255 albums sale already. So anyhow it's a less than 1,000 copies or 5,000. They ain't a problem. Remember me tell you.
man, me I wait, man. Me I wait patiently. Because me now just run out and thing there. Me go dissect it and go show it, because
But you know what make them make them go buy this album now though. You know that.
as in, I
They
mean, I
go
can.
buy because they want compare Alkaline and Masicka. A competition they want, that's why they want buy.
I mean that that's gonna definitely be there, but me I wonder if it's at the whole because I feel like him I got thing there for the Grammy as well. I just have a feeling about that because me tell her say yo like him skin a itch for that Grammy there. Me I tell you.
Don't surprise if him when he come, but say might tick the boxes, you know.
I me see a comment in the chat earlier. Oh my days. But again, just my stance on just the whole award things overall. Just kind of like watch for me to see how it unravel. Cause at the end there can only be one winner. And sometimes another person who is supposed to win. We know that. Sometimes our show they get it right, sometimes they don't, and that's just the reality. Nobody's perfect. But what I can say with Grammy for this year, they did a good job as far as choosing the right reggae album. And believe me when I tell us say I'm listen to the album them because I have to listen to them obviously before me could I say all right then or who I feel like would have been in my favor and whom would I feel like win. And could I just tell say yo bro like Kez definitely Kez hands down. I'm telling like Kez right now I'm gonna go on my Spotify right now like Kez Blood and Fire there right there. So I tell you like sometime in a certain mood I can literally go in a Blood and Fire and literally pull certain things out of that album still right now today. River Jordan, I Am bro like I Am that fucking song literally give me take me to a deep level of thinking. So yeah.
You would have believed me if someone don't know no song from the Cartel if you will get something there for them last year.
In my opinion, it was just a compilations of songs that was on it. Again, there are certain criterias and certain things that make an album complete and make the Grammy people would say, all right then, this could be it type of thing. And one of the main thing you have to understand that the album have to tell a story, a weaving, just intertwining in terms of like telling a story that weaves and intertwine into one another type of thing. So, and that's why for me, again, obviously, I don't know the Masicka album coming out yet. But honestly, for me, when we talk about like a good storyline, we can always talk about the EP. Her Name is Love. Because the man start from with the EP, the man start from source, right, which would have represented the beginning till all the way back to Lifeline, right, and thing. And when when I know about when I know the thing like that, you just know the thing like that and stuff. So again, it's just the art of storytelling and the craft behind it. That's the things that they look out for. And Vibes Cartel like him just slap something together real quick and just send it in to the people then. It's not even a reggae, bro. It's not even a reggae album. It's not even reggae. It's not even reggae.
Yo, yeah. It look like saying man just choose the whole and just song the man just put in one garbage and submit it to Grammy.
And that's why I always say no skinny too. Like sorry to cut you off there. In terms of you have to understand that when it comes to the music and one of the things of being like forget about the streams, forget about the popularity, because right now Cartel is and the Gaza people they're in a popularity contest, and that's what it is. It's not the talent, it's not the skill, it's just being popular. That's just what it is. Being popular, that's what it is. And when you see where you just see a while ago in terms of like take a whole thing from them garbage pan and just put it together and it brings you so much into the growth of an individual. Because you can tell me, say, right, you're in music for 20 something years and it never dawned to you or it don't dawn to you if you say, all right then, I have to take pride in my work. Right? Take pride in my work in the sense, all right then, let me send anything, I'm not guarantee for win. But does he know? I don't think he knows that. You think he knows that? Because why would you send that? Why would you send what you sent and know who you are going up against? You know what I mean? Just skinny. Like it's like a man where don't study for your exam and just go in it, go wing it with the expectation for pass the exam. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like it's
but
just weird.
you can do better.
And that's what I'm but that's exactly what it is. Him cannot do better. Stick up in. Big up yourself, Nathan Gale. Thank you for joining in the live for tonight. Big up yourself, Nathan Gale. How are you doing tonight? Big up yourself. Hope you're having a great night. Yeah, just skinny. Him cannot do better because there is no growth over the years when it comes to Vybz Kartel and in music. If you listen to Vybz Kartel, you realize, if you really listen to Vybz Kartel and listen to him flow in a 2026, what would they right now? You get for understand, say the man stuck in a one all flow, one all vibe, one all style of the music. And nothing wrong with being old school, but you have to have that sense of versatility, hold on, tongue twister. Versatility there will literally make up with the music. And see that the man music have no depth, and that's another thing. So we talk about the growth, right? And if you go say you're a complete artist, right? And maybe one time, in some way, shape, or form.
Yeah. I'm gonna be honest with you, It's a trying come out. He find some good song, but you see every time he find a good song, them he just always drop out sick shit after a good song. So you just don't want to go listen to it again. Even the song where they go viral on TikTok when I know. You remember the song there?
Yeah, I heard that song. But what would you classify to be a hit song though? What would you classify as a hit song?
But I classify. That's why I'm say that the song there because that the song they didn't really have impact on TikTok. Cause when he does drop, everybody there dance to it and thing, but the man does you. I think he can do better. I swear it here.
Him can do better. Is facts. You're speaking facts. Him cannot do better. So it goes back to the growth that I'm telling you. He has no growth. There's no growth in Vybz Kartel. And we're not even talk about the mere fact say him go prison. There has been no growth. Like checking music, him style of singing, him pattern. There has not been no growth in the music. So really and truly, him cannot do better. Him can't do better for true.
Remember in a film days, I never remember so him did have every resources than every other artist in Jamaica, But he never attempted one because all Cartel wonder how people compare Cartel to Mavado every day. I must still wonder. If you look for you know what some Mavado things say? I don't remember how his song go, but I don't want to make no mistake. But all the song that to me better than every Cartel song we must sing. You just can just relate to it. Me can't sit down and listen Cartel one whole day, I swear.
But so on the topic of Mavado and Vybz Kartel, that is Mavado make Vybz Kartel want to come out and sing. You know that, right? Because same can't sing. That man is probably one of the most off-key DJ in a dance hall. And the man does feel like say him does have to sing. And Mavado pulled, and I mean kudos to Mavado for pull that out of Vybz Kartel. Want to sing, right? Want to sing. The man doesn't have no melody. And him just want to sing type of thing. King J said God is the greatest is the only hit him get since him come out. And that's what I'm thinking too. That's what I'm thinking too, King J. So that's why, I'm kind of like want to want just Skinny if you kind of like break it down for me as far as the hits, you know, what you call it, the hit songs. Because yes, you were talking about the whole TikTok situation in terms of how it was taken up over TikTok. So we can talk about the strong popularity and reach, right? And the heavy rotation of the song, right? The song that you mentioned over there, the I Know song, you know. And we still have to talk about the dance and street impact. Did that song have any street and dance impact where we can see, all right, then it deeply tie into the dancehall culture, you know, they spark new dance trend, you know, just to give an example, you know, become, you know, forward tuned, you know, crowd reaction, reload type of thing. And we know saying at the parties and we talk about, you know, the money pull up and things like that. The buzz and the recognition type of thing. And memorable lyrics, that's the next thing too. But me can't tell us say, all right then, for the amount of songs we Cartel dropped for the year so far, me cannot tell us say, yo, they are memorable rhythm and lyrics we come out of them song, them. Me can't tell you that. Because me don't know them, like, and even in our God is the greatest, like the only lines me know for God is the greatest. I'm here before real with you. That's all me know from the song. God is the greatest. And the little part we say give thanks for life. I guess what? Send somebody in a sacrifice. That me can't tell you. Me can't really pin my finger upon nothing really. And we're talking about like cultural and global influence, and we're not talking about the views and the alleged buying of views in different countries and different places. Right? We're talking about the real cultural and global influence, crossover. United States, so the people that are gravitate to that, United Kingdom, Canada. And we used to do this thing, just Skinny, when we used to do on the charts them. When me hear say Vybz Kartel a trend or any other artist, me just go look on the charts. I'm say, all right then, that song you drop, me say, oh, it's a trend on the chart right now. And more while you look, I know the song was supposed to a trend out there, trend as some older song a trend. You get what me I say?
Yeah,
So them things you have to really look into and I say, all right then. So all this a man a drop song and then because the views them way up there, you know, the Gaza man them I say, or the Vendetta man them I say, all right then. What more than say? The song out there of the global outreach there, but it's not there. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So them thing that you have to look in, you have to look into based on, you know, the catalog and what really out there a stream for the artists, what's supposed to be streaming. With having new music out, if that makes sense.
I think so. If this album have to be your last album before you retire, I swear. Cause you can't get no worse than this, you know.
Listen, and that's what I'm saying because, right, even on the charts, them Skinny, like this, how much song the man do for the year so far? The man do whole heap of songs, you know, for the year so far, and then now, when we're gonna look on how him a trend, right? When we look on how him a trend, with all of them songs that we have, why we have God is the greatest still at number 4, and we have song like Fever at number 5, and Summertime at number 6. You know what I mean? A number that get me on number 7, 8, and 9, and 10. And we know so when it comes to Panic and Talk to Me now, we understand say, you know, the alleged by views is heavily is a heavily
that I get whole heap of radio spin too.
Right? And don't forget say Shensia is there too. And we say what we want to say people love Shensia. They do. For many different reasons. She's a talented girl, but she's also beautiful, and people interact more with what them see appealing to them. You understand what I say? Like back in the day, we know all right then. According to the Gaza people, them come to hear some girl come out and talk when when the Rich Sex Rhythm they come out, obviously it wasn't a Rich Sex Rhythm, but because I'm a sicker, Pan Rhythm, I always call it Rich Sex Rhythm. But you know, when the Storybook Rhythm come out, you know, like me hear some Gaza girl that say, yo, I read Cartel, but why am I come out as a 50-year-old man and I sing about slinging balls in a woman mouth?
You
I
know
say that makes sense.
I'm have a worst song for it to me.
Pan the Rich Sex Rhythm.
Yeah, and it have literally
Well,
have
but
10
I don't know
million
if me
views.
hear. I don't know if me hear all of the song them, so me couldn't pass that fair judgment. So I want to be real and not biased. But what me can say is him have one of the worst songs pan the rhythm. That me can tell you. Cause Valiant make him look like a baby, and not even talk about Masicka. All G and Genius is a producer. Genius is not an artist, Genius is a producer. And the song with Genius do panda, like me love that song there. That song there for Genius seem like how the Valiant and the Masicka they can repeat, me can tell you say. You see that Genius there no sleep under Genius there. Well put together and well orchestrated. And he never have the views on it either. So that's what I'm
And
saying.
Dexter Dab song too.
Yeah, you are definitely Dexter Daps and Niger Boy. Niger
Yeah,
Boy the
nice.
pan rhythm too. Yeah, Niger Boy the pan rhythm too, bad up the rhythm too, yes. But me
And
can't tell you say,
Najee did have one song for it too. But I don't remember his song. But his song did have one good.
you know, I don't remember if me ever hear the Nigeria, if I be honest with you. Just a minute said the young girls are go gravitates toward Sheng Yang. Yeah. That's true. Just a minute. She does have her fan base out there, and that's something to factor in based on the mere fact say Cartel being on the charts with Talk to Me Now and Panic number one and number two respectfully is because of her too. But if maybe we should take away Shensia from Panic and Talk to Me Now, what would those songs look like? Would they be at number one and number two respectfully? Maybe not, unless maybe with the whole Mumbai, India conversation or controversy, you know, maybe that could look differently. And then now there's Victory there in number three, but I don't know.
But
Why is Victory at number three though, and not at number one or number two? Given the fact that Panic is what how long this Panic out there now? Panic has been what
6 months, 7 months.
It's too lie. Wicked so just skinny. I'm so long man. About 1, 2, 3 months now. Panic out there.
Yeah, I'm not sure. But you there for more than 3 months though.
And Talk to Me Now probably about 1 month, if me be honest. But Victory just is like a brand new egg we just hatch. Me not understand. So me expect a Victory would be a battle for number one and number two respectfully. And then no, God is the greatest number 4 and Fever number 5. You know what I mean? So I just seem like a thing that make me really look into again, like, all right, then we are talking about the artists out there really doing it. And we're not talking about, we may not necessarily even talk about him overall, catalog on him overall, work that he put in dancehall. But we can talk about, you know, me just put it at 2026. You get what me say? Me just leave it at 2026 to kind of ease up on what would I say? To kind of ease up on the pressure a little bit. Because if me dive in a little bit deeper, some things that we would unravel, it would be shocking to see, you know, how fluffed up this man really is. And me not say him never do him little thing and him not do certain things well in a dance hall, but him get a whole lot of credit that's not really due.
So hear this now. You see how Gaza, you see how it turn argument silent because here what going now. So when it turn did I do big numbers, them say them say Masicka can't claim a song now, you know. So like how Panic had the big numbers. You notice they don't really talk about it like that. It can't talk to me now. They don't really talk about it. Because shame them can't talk about it. Cause everything where them born without for them are the same thing. Yeah, you hear
Because
me?
what they do, yeah, me I hear him, man. Me just give you an opportunity to explain yourself. Yeah, but I mean, it's just when it comes to fan bases, they tend to move the goalposts and shift it around. Once in a piece to them, they just move it and they just shift it. And what they do instead is they tend to move the goalposts around that way it can appease to them, but they make it seem like, oh, I guess to the point that you're trying to make here, they make it seem like getting a feature is not a big of a deal and it's not so much important, and you know there's one artist more superior than the other artists and rate it, and there's a different ways that they tend to dissect it. But again, sort of the same thing that they accuse Masicka of as it relates to the whole Hit and Run situation. Again, at the same time, we can say about the whole panic and the whole panic and talk to me now situation. Shensia is just there fluffing, fluffing him up, make him look superior. So I'm just saying that based on how his career is trending right now, if we should take away those collabs, what would he look like? It's like you move a foot and somebody move. If you move a foot and somebody drop, that's arguably something that we can bring to the conversation. Because again, it's still not explained to me why Victory, which is such a big song, oh my God, oh my days, it's trending, these views,
Yeah.
why is it that
Say,
number 3?
you see, we have it, I say, in a one day, how much, I think a 700,000 the song would have in a one day. And it take about 3 days for each a million.
Yeah.
That alone tell me say I buy views. And me in the streets, I'm not hear it definitely nowhere. Normally, when if one song I run the place, everywhere you go, you're supposed to hear the song. You know, if you look for your song on YouTube.
Yeah. And then, just on the topic too, just skinny, because me just want to lay this to rest in my own term. And when it come up again, if it does come up again, just, constantly shut it down. I know people always tend to say, all right, then Hit and Run is the biggest song of Masicka's career, yada, 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 yada. Here we have 2 artists who collaborate and they made magic, right? Hit and Run did what it needed supposed to do. It expanded audience, it got heavy streaming, brought in more female listener, and added commercial polish, right? And that's not just carrying at that elevation. So again, we can understand that every major artist has one song that pushed them into a newer tier. Vibes Cartel had that song with Clarks. Popcorn had, the whole, Only Man She Want. Sean Paul Get Busy. So everybody have that song that literally that would push them into into those higher tiers type of thing. So
You get a super chat.
hold on, let me see what I got. Okay, all right. I'm taking my eye off of the chat a little bit. All right, just a minute. Big up yourself. Thank you for that $5 Canadian dollars. Thank you for your support on the live for tonight. Big up yourself. Just a minute. To be honest, Mellz, the more we talk about this, the more strength we give them. How you feel Sicka album I got sound towards Masicka's album, like sort of in this I'm not decided on the sound of the album. I just think that's one of the things that Masicka tends to be so surprising with, as far as we've seen the different bodies of work that he has done. Just a minute, as far as we can talk about 438, and again, I always make comparison between 438 and GOK, and a lot of people don't recognize and notice that it's literally 2 different body of work, 2 different style, different depths of music. right? So, and then not to mention when it comes to the EP, totally on a different outreach. So I don't know. Like I really don't know what to expect. I'm just in awe for good reasons though. Just a minute.
Oh,
For really good
I
reason.
wonder, I wonder if I get a popcorn collab.
I don't know. I really don't know, but I'm wondering if we're going to get a Beanie Man collab. I said that yesterday, and I don't know how you guys feel about that. Just a minute, how you feel about that? Cause like, me not feel like a coincidence why Beanie Man just pop up in a Masicka chat couple days ago, and it's not even about popping up, but the mere fact say, is the mere fact say Masicka responded to him and said Zaga. So me I wonder. And then people are saying Masicka call himself king. Masicka always call himself king. Could it be where this album is leaning also perhaps towards past and present kings? Who knows? And why Beanie Man could possibly be involved. I mean, not say Beanie Man him nothing. Him nothing him there everywhere. Big up to Beanie Man. But still, me not feel like a coincidence. I'm really want to talk about it because in the event we could just say, I said go for true. More want to kind of say, many kind of onto something, but me I wonder if being in the planet for true. So me kind of like, me no know at the sound, me not really know like the
Can I
sound.
expect Steph London as well?
You feel like Steph got up on it?
Yep.
Schoolboy say her 2% said the album is great. Oh really? Awesome. But what can I'm really excited though. I'm super duper excited. Excited. But like for the sound, none of I think about it tonight. Like when I want and when I love to see for the sound of the album. And kind of like see what Masicka would I want to tap into.
Yeah.
Cause
Masicka raise the bar so him just can't get no better. Him just I will get better and better for himself. Cause he might, bro, a two classic album, easy if you come with something off stage up two classic album,
yeah. And if people feel like said GOK was a baby walk in the park, again, like think about it and drag y'all memories on that GOK album, 438 album, I'm telling you.
Remember say GOK album, it did have song, it did have everything.
Mm-hmm.
Even the Stars Are song there. It's when the first time yeah, I did think but it kinda they give me one reggae vibe. Like starting a Stars Are.
Mm-hmm. I love that song. I love that song, man.
You see, the Stars Are and where you niggas get with the girl from Nigeria. Fight for Us. Then two songs there. Yeah, then two songs there.
Those were your favorites on the album?
Yeah, them are my two favorites. All the girls song then.
Go ahead.
The Fight for Us. You know say that song it have a potential to be one of the biggest commercial songs them Masicka ever do.
Yeah, I hear people say it all the time, and they talk about the promotion on it too, that the promotion could have been a little bit more on it and stuff like that. Yada. I don't know. I don't want to get into the controversial part of it and what if and whatnot type of thing to be. But I heard about that too, that that song really had a big potential. I don't know. Great Normal in the building. Big up yourself, Great Normal. How are you doing tonight? Big up yourself, Mellz. Big up yourself, Great Normal. It's a pleasure to have you here tonight. Big up yourself. How are you doing? Tariq Banks and Mellz talk about Masicka win EP last night. Yeah, I mean, I did talk about that, and I don't want to really strip from the award because I was not banging on that award, that award, Tariq. Because I mean, we all saw what happened with the mobile, and that kind of like give us big clarity that some of these award shows cannot be trusted. So I didn't want to, be like, oh guys, Masicka is nominated for
Even
Irawmas, blah, blah, blah.
even the mobile award. Last year I did literally we have the biggest dancehall song in England, you know.
I know, and that's what I'm saying. Like everybody know it that the right decision was not being made, and it's just the facts. It's just the rational facts of it. Oh my god, my phone just fell to the floor. I have it on charge. Hold on for a second. Let me pick it up. All right, here we go. Yeah, but it's just the facts. It's the facts over the feelings part of it. The mere fact that we know that Masicka has and still does, have the biggest dancehall song in the UK right now, and that's why it's literally, and it's not no joke or not type of. It's just the facts. That song, bro, ain't going nowhere. I tell you, I watch the charts, them and see how that song will move. Masicka have a song when drop, believe me, it go number one on the charts in the different areas, them, different country, different regions. And best believe, me I tell you, when it comes to UK, all right, then the people then we get, all right, then keep it there for a little while, but me I tell you, say them gone right back to whites, me I tell you. Drop right back in the whites.
I think it's a Masicka biggest song in my opinion.
Repeat what you said. I was just reading a comment in the chat.
I think White's a Masicka biggest song in my opinion.
And yo, listen, when you say biggest song, just kidding.
With impact.
Make that be clear, remember, see the on the panel with me up here, because so when them set talk about the biggest song, people are look on streams. You get what I'm saying? And that's why I say cannot look on the stream only and say, all right, then, and this are the biggest song, but they said the biggest streaming numbers or the biggest streaming song where Masicka has is XYZ. But then when it comes to maybe the biggest song or songs of Masicka have XYZ, so I think that's where people get a little bit confused. Right?
But White's and a Masicka biggest streaming song. I don't know.
Hold on it. Give me a sec. Go on talk, just kidding me. I go collect something real quick and run come back at the door. Hold on. Go on talk.
So me I say they don't know a Masicka biggest song streaming wise, but impact would I give White still. White Sunday update.
Yeah, I'm back, bro. These people ringing my doorbell, yo. Like the fuck? Oh yeah. So you are saying just kidding. Repeat what you were saying. About the basic. So again, we have the streaming impact, and we have the impact without the stream. So I think there's somewhat confusion sometimes when people say, all right, then this is Masicka biggest song, and people look at you funny like, what you mean this is the biggest Masicka song when you have the song with the man Shensia sitting at 100 and something, million views on YouTube type of thing. You know what I mean? So
Yeah, I understand.
we have the stream, and then we have the impact without the stream. So there are different ways in which that we can dissect this thing and look at this thing here. And the impact, yo, like not the streams per se, right? But
But if you
go ahead.
got impact your Africa, you white.
Definitely, and don't forget, they don't know either, because that song, bro, that cut through every cribbies and corner when that song dropped. That song was in heavily play rotation. That song was played everywhere, and that shit was #1 like for many weeks. Again, we don't you know, it was like back in the day we were not like charts and stuff like that. You see, I didn't know it was on the charts per se, but that song was in. When I say yo, me listen to They Don't Know, me listen to They Don't Know till me tired of it. Tired, I have to take a break. That's the impact me I talk about.
And something there when it promise one of them song there.
So big
Yeah,
song
man.
on this. Yeah, may I hear you, man. May I hear you?
Promise I didn't want song there like They Don't Know where. Yeah, just Africa play every time over. It can't play one time. And songs like what is song name? Greatness, they have songs like Trophies, then song there.
Yeah. Yep. So I think this is the memory lane that we need to drive down into, because we can say whatever we want to say. When an artist is locked in on their artist, they will know perhaps all that there is to know about their artist, and can speak towards that. But we know our artists, and we know what there is to know, so we can appease to the public. You understand? You know, you know, much other artists when really tap into them songs like that and whatnot, and people who are fans can say, all right, then Mellz, I saw it go. I never know, right? Type of thing. So again, there's always things to teach and things to show when it comes to our artists. And again, to the critics them out there again, there are different ways to look at big songs and impact and whatnot, right? But White is definitely is definitely in my top 5. If I'm making a top 5 list, White is definitely there. They Don't Know is definitely in my top 5 as well.
So about Stay Strong.
Stay Strong, yes. And we have songs like
Tyrant, Pieces.
Yeah, I was thinking about Tyrant, but with that traffic kind of like put something more. But we can put Tyrant because Tyrant's go in and out of the charts and just always keep rotating and popping up. There's a song. This freaking song again. When me think about
Suicide Note.
I'm talking about my top 5. So me probably wouldn't put Suicide Note in my top 5. I'm not put Suicide Note in my top 5. Not that it's far off, but I want to put it in my top 5. But there's so many other thing there. The Masicka we might think about, man, like fuck. Greatness, running on my blood.
I Wish.
Me play the I Wish. Today that song that have a fucking force behind it. I Wish.
Change. I have changes. I have a chance.
History.
Reverse Time. Umbrella. Limelight.
Yep. So we could even recalibrate that list, that top 5 list. I'm telling you, there's a lot of songs out there, man. I'm telling you. for Masicka. But people are, locked down with their artists, so some of them don't even listen to the artist. So how can you critique the song or the songs that that artist does? Type of thing.
All trophies. When trophies we just drop and me see everybody I laugh for 5 views, them I tell them say come back to me in 10 months. When this song I run the place. That's the 1 month after I in a graduation you hear them a play.
Yeah, Terry comment there and say and promise big song Mellz, yeah. Only pass song there, man, me I tell you. Right now we're just talking about the list, you just have more things, more sounds that they populate.
You have King in the Earth as well.
Only pass
You have Image top a whole heap of songs.
Yep. Only pass song is there. Only pass song there, man. King J say Whites have a bigger impact. Yeah. Yeah. So about the album, guys, like I'm super duper excited. I don't know how the ones them feel about the album in terms of like what song would be the features and stuff like that. But it's a really good look. It's a really, really, really good look. A really, really good look. Yeah. All right. Yeah. Only for songs that man. Only for songs that definitely we can relate to. Put in our list, in our bucket. Easy peasy. Only for song there.
You see what me there type every night chat say. From last year Masicka not take no show in the US.
Yeah, man, me say that.
Is it I'ma tell her. Is either a tour or a arena, bro. In my opinion. You know, say normally when artists have big show, they wanna take no bookings and all that they consider because if the people them see them, the people them not go really want to go back there again to see them. You know them way there. But I summer jam show in Germany. Me I look forward to see this year, man.
Yeah. Tariq said Mellz Masicka Triumph song in your top 10. I don't think so. I not saying a bad song, but I top that I say that list they need to be re-evaluated, man. Cause we don't want add song where and other song get left out. If we probably come back with a list one of them there, we can talk about it. Yeah. Let me see. I'll go on with the videos them there.
I'll face did pick up a buzz last summer,
And when we see I pick up a buzz up on TikTok right now, rainfall. Rainfall. I said the fuck I go on, yeah. Every other video or something, see like people are post and Masicka said this, Masicka said that. I say, oh really? Like I really see to pick up thing there. You see me?
Yeah.
And something that I will also say also, because a lot of people, they tend to, what they do is they compare Masicka's catalog, and for the view lovers, the views lovers, right? That doesn't tend to be clear when we're talking about the views, right? Like, for example, I know the Vendetta people, them very big on the views, oh, and then compare Masicka views with Alkaline views, and then Alkaline slightly have a bigger catalog than Masicka's catalog, or maybe more than just slightly. We could just leave that right there. So, you know, comparing songs that was done in 2016 to songs that Masicka probably did like 2-3 years ago, type of thing. And the more I look and more I compare, I'm like, you know, type of thing. And even maybe not even comparing to Alkaline, but other artists too. If we're talking about the views and things like that, just skinny, because I know you're big on the views as well. Like, let me tell you exactly what I mean, right? You see how Update is at 38 million views, and that song was done, what, 4 years ago? So saying that to say it's only 4 years and it's at 38 million views. So if we should add 6 more years on that song to make it 10 years, how much views do we think that song will get? You understand what I'm saying?
Like,
Like,
close to 50 or over 50.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So again, you have to, there's so many different ways to dissect, right? A song like 20matic, 1 year, you know, and it's at 20 million views. 1 year. So if we should add 9 more years to that 20 million, how much million would that song be at? So the comparison, it's not a fair comparison. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, I understand.
Remember, one artist peaked in 2016 while another artist was building momentum to be where he's at now. And when that artist, as in our artist, gain that momentum and start to peak, then you realize he start having more of those hit songs, like what I just mentioned, Update, 20matic. You understand what I say? So
from
really,
2020, nobody no catch about Masicka when it comes to hit song.
And that's another conversation.
If I compare from 2020, nobody can compare Masicka. The only somebody would have say they have one half a chance. I would have Valiant, because Valiant really did bust out and find whole heap of song after him bust and thing.
Yeah, but Alkaline have not peaked since what year? Alkaline peaked in 2016, and he had few good years in his career when he was peaking, and he was, you know, one of the man dominating in dancehall. But there were a few years where he was just MIA, he was missing in action. And the Alkaline that we're seeing now, he's not the Alkaline that we know back then when he was speaking. You know what I mean? The same way we can say the cartel that we know back in the day that was speaking and had those hits is not the Vibes Cartel that we see now. But what we can say about Masicka have always had that steady increase and have that steady growth as far as his career is concerned. We would have we see that, and we're living in that. And again, you have songs like Rich Sex, 10 months, 25 million. We're not talking about a collab because people tend to move the goalpost.
Wait 1 minute. I didn't know it's a Rich Sex stream more over Spotify than on YouTube.
It's a possibility. Yeah, I think it. Yeah, I think we have to say that. Literally, I can probably skip over there and look at it right now.
Even me with a stream over on Spotify more than YouTube.
Yeah. Tariq say Masicka done outstream Alkaline last 5 years, Mellz. Me forgot dive deep into that for kind of like fact check you on that, Tariq. Because when it comes to them streaming and outpassing, this is a very sensitive topic. Some before me agree with them, more to fact check that for myself, as in for the last 5 years. Comparing the numbers by numbers. Because them love go hit for hit, you know. They love go hit for hit. And the hit for it that they go for it is with the streaming numbers, and they do the streaming numbers only. My thing, I don't know how they do it, whether they're doing it based on the year or they're doing it based on just overall. I don't know. So yeah, for just check that for myself. But
You must kill it bang when they say bigger than Masicka. Skilly bang have BS streams or in have impact back at it. You get what me I say?
mm-hmm. And don't forget him have the stream, yeah, the streams. Him have the streams behind that, behind that as well.
Even Valentine next one too. They must stream enough on Spotify. When I really look, they don't really have no impact. Yo, that's Valiant not have no song in a catalog can compare to White.
All right, so Righteous Coffee saying, so how is Masicka music not standing the test of time, but Alkaline music is? All right, we're not on the conversation of whether Alkaline music or Masicka music standing the test of time. And we know that Alkaline has songs and music that is standing the test of time. And so does every artist, right? Even Vybz Kartel have music that stands the test of time. And to say that that's not true, that would just make us be biased and not thinking from a rational level. But, you know, so I don't know, Righteous Cuff, how you're going to make a conversation to say that Masicka music is not standing the test of time. Like, what do you mean by that? Explain to me when you say his music is not standing the test of time. When we literally...
Masicka have a heap of songs we're still playing today and forever go play. You have songs like They Don't Know.
Why are you giving these people giving them, let them think for themselves? Because if they're gonna come out and say, right, Masicka music is not standing the test of time, that alone show you how falsified that statement is as far as not standing the test of time. When as you know, I try to find the right words for Kartel. As lewd as Kartel is right now, with him behavior and not standing, not living up to the music in 2026, he still has music that stands the test of time. Still. Who said that? Who said that, Masicka? Where are you getting that information from? Nobody said that.
I think you want to mix it up with some other people.
What are you talking about? You said Masicka music is steadily rising, but Alkaline music isn't. When did I say that? Righteous Cuff. When? When did I ever say that? My chat and other listeners, when did I say that? And my panel member, Just Skinny, when did I say that? Because I didn't say that.
Nobody never said that.
Like, exactly, because
maybe you want to mix you up with other people or something.
I don't know. Because to say that another artist's song is not rising, that would just be a blatant lie. And again, when I need to come out here, come fluff up Masicka and tear down another artist for no reason. Mega always speak the truth and speak my truth as far as my artist is concerned. So what change were you talking about though? Change? I don't understand. What change were you talking? I don't understand change. What are you talking about? I mean, we don't need to shut anybody down. Dented people are entitled to their opinion, and so far I haven't seen where Righteous Cuff have said anything disrespectful to get shut down. We're not gonna be one of those channel that shoot people down because we probably get insecure about our artists or don't know how to have a real conversation. So we just shoot people down and then we brag and laugh about it to feel superior. I'm that's not the way how I want this channel to run. Let people come and have a conversation and we can talk about it. But I don't understand what Righteous Cuff is saying though about so what change were you talking about? I remember talking about. Give me something like I want me to talk about skinny. What me say? Me this is something about change? What me that say?
No, I mean it say when me there listen to song, I say you have songs like changes,
Oh, changes
chance
in
and
life.
those
Oh,
songs.
changes in life. I'm gonna play it if you like. That him a talk? You were saying something about alkaline and cartel earlier. Yeah, but if me I said something earlier about cartel and you can't be specific though. It's like you just a ear, you have selective hearing and you just feel like say your artist will get tear down. But on every channel you go and your artist will get tear down, right? Your stuff for the wrong reason. So the way how me hear you hear you type in the comment section, it's like you hear a little something and you just your emotion, your adrenaline just rush and things and I say something bad. But if you cannot be clear and tell me what exactly you hear, then me can't for one answer, and it no what am I say? And it no fear to me for answer something where you feel like say you hear, and you just feel like say you hear something where you can't tell me clearly. Yeah, we da talk about alkaline and thing the earlier. We da talk about many things, but be more specific. Yeah, but tell me exactly what you heard. What did you hear? Because your first message say, so how is it Masicka music is not standing the test of time? So you are going to say that Masicka music is not standing the test of time when that is not true, when we're literally sitting here talking a whole conversation about the songs in Masicka catalog that has been standing the test of time, and we call out those songs, putting them into top 5 and top 10, right? And then you're gonna say something about alkaline music. Well, I'm gonna read exactly what you said because I don't want to get it wrong. So you said, so how is it that Masicka music is not standing the test of time, but alkaline music is, and you're saying that alkaline music is. So when we get out of that statement is you're saying that my artist music is not standing, however alkaline music is. And I don't know if you think that this would be the part where I get emotional and say, oh, and say, no, Masicka music standing the test of time and no, alkaline isn't. But both of these artists have music that is standing the test of time, including Vybz Kartel. If we want to put those 3 artists in the conversation. Oh God, guys. Oh shit, I have muscle contract. Oh, what the fuck, my leg is falling asleep, guys. Oh shit. Hold on, give me 1 second. Yeah, guys, like, see, once I pass my 2 hour, when I normally would stay upon the live, my body start, they call it give up. My body start shut down. I have muscle contract in my right leg.
You're not fit enough, man.
Yeah, you that. I'll leave me living at the gym, righty? Trouble me and trouble. Yeah, let my right leg do. I have muscle contract in my right leg. but it's not so bad still. But just have to keep on moving around a little bit. But that's not the one position, I guess, too long. All right, me here what go on. You were saying something earlier. Tariq said Crux ain't no Gaza, don't bring no art. But Crux ain't no Gaza, don't bring no artist smells. Tariq, me not understand what Tariq I said. Crux ain't no Gaza, don't bring no artist
I
smells.
think you must say Crux people don't bring down artists.
Oh, okay. All right. Cool. All right. Retroscope webs cartel have most answer and timid answer youth. Yo, me say, hey, Gaza boss, I always find some way for dropping in some conversation. Yo, hey, Gaza boss, me rate you know, like the man that's out of some free promotion for Gaza, you know. Yeah, no, righteous stuff, you must see with the comment section, you the righteous stuff. Vibes cartel as most dancehall anthem. Here, me say, can't go on and say, but rep on the artist still, rep on the artist, man. Rep on the artist, me love to see it, like, you know, the passion and drive, the same way we can overhear and, of course, be passionate about Masicka and the work that he's doing again. And we can go to other platforms and other places and be passionate too about Masicka, and we're accepted over there. You get what I'm saying? Without people have to feel like people have to get time out because they might say something where make you feel uncomfortable. Not disrespectful, but uncomfortable. There's a difference. You said that Cartel and Alka have changed over time, but Masicka steadily rise. So what are you referring to? Let me see.
Sorry about that.
Oh, that's fine. You said that, I'll read that again if you kind of get more clarity. You said Alkaline, Cartel, and have changed over time, but Masicka steadily rise. Oh, you're referring to that? No, so basically what I'm saying is, remember, you know, Cartel has been in dancehall for about 20 something years. Some people have to say 20, some say 25, 24, 23, they're about years. So remember, you know, these are, and then we have Masicka, then we have Alkaline, right? So some parts of the artist career, you know, there is not, what I call it now, I choose my words properly. It's not a fair fight within certain parts of their career, because these artists then peak at different times, right? Depending on what we're looking for in the music, depending on what, because the music is a big layer, you know. So if we're going to say, all right then, like when people say, all right then, Alkaline are the man, Masicka the man, or Cartel, we could use them three people there right now. We would have to ask ourselves, all right then, what make these people the man? What make people say that they are the man? So we would really have to look in the different layers. And a part of that layer, we have to look into the mere facts. All right then, Cartel, for example, have a way bigger catalog than these two artists. So maybe these two artists combined. And when we say these two, we're talking about Masicka, and we're talking about Alkaline. So again, the streaming comparison is definitely not gonna be, you know, we can't outmatch stream it. Got you, Skinny. We just want to make sure some land on the point.
Yeah, I think understand it.
You understand? So, if we want to narrow it down, we can say Righteous Cuff, Alkaline peak before Masicka. So in other words, when Alkaline run dancehall, Masicka didn't run dancehall yet. You see me have hit song, him have him pack, him make, you know, steadily arise. But Alkaline peak. And all the way we are musical, we're supposed to know what it means when an artist peak. More hit songs, replay value, all of that stuff. So it make more sense for the music and the stream, the up there. So fast forward into when him peak until now, 10 years after, it makes sense why him stream and a lot of his music would be, especially from that era or that era. Also, people would have said from 2016, 2017, 2018 would have that big amount of stream values on it. You understand what I'm saying? So then now, What I'm saying now with alkaline, maybe this is the part where you were a little bit maybe confused about or not so happy with, is the mere fact that alkaline is not in his peak anymore. He's not that peak artist. So really and truly what that means and what that sounds like, or what I'm trying to get at, is the mere fact that probably, would I say from about 2020, 2019, make we say about that, alkaline has not been dropping consistent hits or consistently in dancehall as it used to back in the day when he was speaking in 2016. The same way we can say Vybz Kartel is not peaking anymore either. And the hits them have not been there as it was in his earlier career and in certain time of his career. It's just not there. Am I saying that your artist is terrible? Am I saying that he's bad? That's not what I'm saying. Every artist peak at a different time, and when they peak, they have different catalog, different music, different streaming value that they bring to the table. So what I'm saying and the comparison I'm making with Masicka, and I think I need to plug in my computer because it got dead. The comparison I'm making with Masicka is the mere fact that Masicka has been doing the groundwork from roughly the time of about, say, 2016, in the peaking time when alkaline peak, groundwork, foundation work, and he has had that steady rise until where he's now, consistent. That's what the conversation was about. And then from about, me can say about maybe about 2020 there, about me can say, all right, then Masicka's definitely been peaking, where people can say, all right, then he's no longer what we thought he was, he's no longer what they thought he is, but this man is literally running dancehall and paving a way for dancehall. And again, don't get that confused by running dancehall by himself. One man cannot run dancehall, you know. I'm normally there at chat, let me scroll through the comment and say, make sure say yo, me kind of get through with everybody I say. All right, hold on. Let me kind of scroll back a little bit to see where Righteous Cuff was saying. Mellz doing summer body goal for her shirt, Argentine. Hey, what Tariq, can I easy, you know? No, man, summer not, man. Me have to make sure, say, you know, me keep myself in a check. That's just how it is, you know. It does something in the winter, it's more difficult for me to work out because in the winter it tends to be so cold, see your body more so shut down and in that hibernation. But like, I still try to push myself and still go. But then, you know, once I would say spring is almost approaching, then, you know, me in a full effect to make sure, say, yo, like, me in the gym.
So I wish team are bringing a World Cup.
I said that the other day, you know.
You're mute.
I'm not mute. You hear me? You not hear me?
Yeah, me I hear.
Oh, the team may build a World Cup. I'm from ever since, you know, like, me's a girl, me's a Argentinian fan, you know. Can't go around the mess, you know. Can't go around the mess our boy.
I'm not sure about the one, that's it. Yeah, you hear me?
Yeah, me I hear him. At the comments, America, show me the day talk really. I'm gonna kind of scroll back face say, make sure someone not skip none of where Righteous Cuff did I say. King J say Alcana peak yet. What you mean? Alcana peak yet, King J? a man can peak, which you know always happening, you know, King J. A man can always peak, you know, and then stop peak and peak again, you know. So me can't really say alkaline a peak right now. Me can't really say that yet. Yes, I understand. Say, all right, then for the year 2026 so far, I'm having ducks in a row. We see that, but me can't really say Alkaline a peak already. And for King J really said that, me never know about that. We saying a peak yet, bro. What was he doing in 2016? Come on. Righteous cover make the thing look biased and make it seem like another comment that we make about 2020. Because we really don't want to talk about 2020 because Masicka has done more than what Alkaline did in 2020.
But them are some Masicka music now grow. But the videos are there and on social media.
Yeah, but that's just what I said earlier. Remember what I said earlier? That Alkaline peak in 2016. Remember, in 2016. So in a peak, when an artist peak, that's where the peak of that artist's career. Different shape and form as far as music and as far as stream and all of those things is concerned, right? Masicka never that peak in 2016. Masicka the foundational groundwork, literally a grow and a be steady and consistent to where he is now peaking. Masicka still not done peaking, Masicka still not done peak, and this is not a vendetta, and it's not a Masicka one side thing, is a dancehall thing, and ask any true dancehall when a tribal in this thing, and then we tell you Alkaline peak already. I mean, not saying can't get a next peak, but it's difficult. But Masicka now a peak.
Even when I look for Masicka. Can't talk, no?
Yeah, man, got you.
So even when I look for Masicka whole performance, the first time in go to London, I did like 1,000 capacity venue them put him in. I think it was 2018. And then when he go back, then did have to put him in a bigger space. Same way with New York and Toronto. So every time he go, it's like every 2 years they have to get one bigger venue for put him in. That show you so your music will grow. If your music never that grow, nobody now put in on a certain venue.
Alright, so
that is why the arena conversation are come. Them are really say it because they know say Masicka sell out Amazura already when enough artists when they go anywhere Amazura them again about Masicka sell out that already. So in really I don't say arena, but as what I say, when at time you are with time. Nah, really rush them now, cause enough artists get in the arena flopping. Yeah, you hear me?
yeah, may I listen to you, man. May I listen, but I'm reading the comments then based on what me see here as well. King J is saying that Masicka been at the same level since 2020. Like what? What is King J saying? What same level?
20.
What was Alkaline doing in 2020? 2021?
Even over Germany. Last time Masicka what did in Germany at 2020, he never dropped 4-3 yet. Half a big song them he never find them yet. So imagine when he go over there now.
Yeah. Yeah, but we're not gonna like my take on the show because again, Mellz will not be your bias vlogger, and I give credit where credit is due, and I would never stand here and make it seem like I'm here standing now because my leg did that fall up on me earlier. I want to stand here and make it seem like all right, then I just Masicka alone I do it. But you have some fan bases out here, they tend to be biased and make it seem like for them artists alone that's doing it type of thing. And again, one person can run dance.
I'm not cut you 1 minute. You remember last year when Vibes Cartel did at the arena, or we were then run with it on the internet?
Like with the whole arena thing, like mega be like very like clear, like transparent with that, like arena, like for the artists and we are sell the arena, you know, kudos to them. Again, credit where credit is due. Alkaline has been doing that since what, 2017, as in for the arena. So me personally, I'll just leave that there because again, you know, I'm yet to see, you know, that big impact as far as where Masicka is concerned to be in that constant arena rotation. And until I personally Mellz see that, I am not gonna like try to, you know, take away from any art. Not saying that's what you're doing, Skinny, but I won't take away from artists who are doing it. Again, when our time, we will do it. But I'm not gonna try to take away from what another artist is doing because our artist is simply not doing it yet. And again, when the time is right, that will definitely happen. You know, so that's just my take on this whole arena type of thing. I'm not gonna bring knife to a gunfight. Let's just say that.
That's true. We give them the credit so them are fully crowded.
And that's just it. And me just left it right there. So I'm not gonna talk about and try to fluff up and be in that category in that conversation because we know that, you know, there's still groundwork that's needed there. Masicka still have your whole what, you know, almost probably about next 20 years ahead of him in a dancehall, 15 years. You know, if could have put it at that.
Just have to put in the work.
And just continue. And we have seen the consistency, we have seen the depth, we've seen the growth in the music. You know, we have seen
we wouldn't like to sell out one and then go in on one next one and flop. It wouldn't make no sense.
Yeah. Yeah. All right, guys. I am gonna just call it a night today. Call it a night, guys. It's been an absolute pleasure. Hanging out with you guys. Almost 3 hours on the live. Wow. I've been a while since I've been one of these lives. Believe me, guys, because I work and I try to like balance everything out. So, you know, getting super tired, and I have to be up sort of early tomorrow again. So it's been an absolute pleasure.
So I never realized that I'm more than an hour must be there on the line for.
Repeat me to hear you say about the live.
So I never realized that I'm more than an hour and a half me there on the live for.
Yeah, man, we up here have some good conversation, man, which is, you know, grateful for. Good to see the chat, you know, moving and having conversations, and you know, other fan bases running in for the conversation. It's a good look. So we have the ones them in the chat, you know, attack, and we have, you know, the Gaza in the chat, and we have the Vendetta in the chat, and we're just having a conversation. That's it. Everybody passionate about their artists, and you know, and talking about what they know about their artists, you know. So it's a good look. Thanks for everybody, you know, turning out. Big up King J for turning out. Thank you for the conversation. Gaza Boss, same to you. Thank you for the conversation. Righteous Cuff, thanks to you as well for the conversations, bringing your views across as well. Mark Brown, big up yourself. Mark Brown, so one Argentina. Yes, always been an Argentinian fan. It's not just fun fact about Mellz. A lot of you guys probably don't know this, but a part of my old personality, why I'm probably kind of like a bit girly, but not so much girly. I used to play. I'm very athletic, by the way. I used to be, not so much anyway. Only athletic it goes is being in the gym, lifting weights. But back in the day, I used to be like very athletic, you know. And soccer used to be one of those sports I used to play back in the day. So when I say I'm an Argentinian fan, it's not because I'm just a fan girl, but because I really do love the sport and I'm passionate. And can tell you, the last World Cup when Argentina go home, we can't tell us say. But that's one show my TV show my window, but you know, let's just leave that there. All right, but big up to Mark Brown, yes, reminiscing. Reminiscing one Argentina, yes. I need a new jersey though. Like my jersey old, I need a new one. I need new number 10 jersey, Argentina. Jersey, Argentina, do the right thing. Yep. For this
My slide, I know.
All right, big up yourself, Just Skinny. Thank you for calling in. I appreciate you. Thank you for joining in on the live for tonight. Big up yourself. Tarek, big up yourself. And Tarek, thank you for joining
big up.
in. Yeah, big up yourself, Just Skinny. Let's see. I'm just scrolling through. Then Ted, big up your himself. Thank you for joining in on the live for tonight. Big up, big up, big up, big up, big up, big up. Ricochet, big up yourself. Thank you for joining in on the live for tonight. Big up your damn self. Great Norma, big up yourself. Thank you for joining in. Just a minute, big up your damn self. Schoolboy, big up yourself. Thank you for joining in on the live for tonight. Nathan, big up yourself, Nathan Gale. Thank you for joining in. Leslie and Hunter, big up yourself, Leslie and thank you for joining in. Area Code, big up yourself. Thank you for joining in on the live. Area Code, big up yourself. Thank you for joining in on the live for tonight. Who else am I missing? Who else? K Dog, big up yourself. Thank you for joining in on the live for tonight. Big up your damn self. Untouchable, big up yourself. Thank you for your donation on the live for tonight. Big up your damn self. Who else? I'm just scrolling through, guys. Mark Brown, big up yourself, Mark Brown. And even to the ops them who aren't being so nice. World Gov, big up your damn self. Thank you for joining in on the live for tonight. Good when we have people push back, but push back in a respectable manner. If you don't, then you're gonna have to speak to the crux, and it's not gonna be one of those hi, hello, how are you conversation. We're just gonna do what we have to. Chubby Hudson was also in the building. Big up yourself, Chubby Hudson. Thank you for passing through tonight. Who else was here? Scrolling through and through. Tasha Blake, big up yourself as well. Thank you for passing through, defending your artist themselves. And we also have the Omniscient passing through as well. 3OZ passing through. Real Kid passing through. Big up yourself. Miss Jacob also passed through earlier. Big up yourself. Tuffed also passed through earlier. Big up to one and all. Big up to one and all. And big up to, again, Skinny for joining in on the panel. Right? Sometimes, guys, me tend to, me get caught up in the content. Me really and surely forget to drop the link. So, if you don't want to call in, if you don't have something for somebody can say Mellz, drop the link. The link will drop, type of thing. Want everybody feel welcome to call in and join in on the conversation. Maybe you're on a voice, not on the fingers, but more you're on a voice. So big up to Skinny for calling in on the live tonight. Big up to Skinny and just big up to everybody who passed through, and supported the live tonight. Greatly appreciated. I will see you guys in the next one. Have a great night, guys.